Man, best team in baseball, huh? Couldn't be more proud and happy for our San Diego Padres last night. Unbelievable start to this series. 2 straight wins and series victory secured, but I really want
4 straight wins.
4 straight wins, but 2 straight wins against these guys. And series secured. Still want the other one, though. Greedy. It's time to get greedy. You actually have to get a little greedy if you're the San Diego Padres. But, man, good vibes all around to be sure. We are Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I am Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. Really, really good. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. How are you, Benjamin?
I am feeling pretty nice this morning, actually.
Boy. Good,
yeah.
good. The weirdest thing happened last night when I was watching the game. School started yesterday. It went great. So sweet. Boys came out, had a great time. Taylor was beaming from ear to ear.
That is the best feeling.
You posted a picture with quote, "I want to go back."
It's the first thing he said.
And wow. I wanted to like my eyes welled up a little bit. I was like, I cannot believe it.
Hannah and I were there, went to pick him up.
Such a relief.
Oh, such a relief. And he goes, I want to go back. I'm like, yeah, you don't really have a choice. You're good because you were going back either way. Either way, but like I'm so happy you had a great time.
But I was gonna say that has to be the dream, right?
It's the dream. And he got
I know it can't be that way for everybody.
He got in the car and started telling us about all his new friends that he made. Cole is his new best friend. And just like it's what you dream of, man, certainly. And he learned so much, and he brought home a bunch of stuff. They worked on a bunch of stuff yesterday, and his writing and his numbers look great. And Bo had all his homies in his class with the same teacher he had last year. So he finally got a good, like he's had a rough go, man. He's had like 2 teachers a year since he started. And so now he's got this, what's the word I'm looking for? Consistency. Consistent. And so he was super fired up. So we asked him, what do you guys want to do? Congratulations, successful first day. What do you want to do? You want to go get baseball cards? You want to go to the frozen yogurt place? And they both wanted to go to Spirit Halloween. And so we went to
in August,
my friend, mid-August, by the way, wanted to go to Spirit Halloween and we got their costumes dialed in, like most of it dialed in yesterday. They got them, they tried them on. It's incredible. Both of them look great. I'm not going to blow the surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
But you think that they're not going to change their minds 7 times between now and October 31st?
I don't think so. Not my kids, man. Once my kids are in, they're in. Like they're the weird thing is we'll have to get 2 costumes each because the costumes that they're wearing for Halloween would not be considered school appropriate. Okay? So they're going to have to get like skeleton Cobra Kai jumpsuits to wear to school.
Here, Taylor, you can be a pirate.
Yeah, be a pirate. Be a baseball player, right? So like that bit for school. And then at night is when the gloves come off. And it's going to be, when you see Taylor tried his on, I go, oh, that's perfect. It's just as perfect as it gets. So we took him there. And then we were like, we need to go to the grocery store. And I wanted to ask you guys, it's time for a little, I'm going to riddle you guys something. See if you guys can figure out the riddle.
It's early.
Okay. So you're in the grocery store. And let's say, Ben, let's take it back to when, you had 2 kids at home. Paul, you don't have kids, but you and Megan are pushing a cart through the store. Mm-hmm. And you're pushing down the aisles of end caps. Okay, so not down the aisles, but
so there's like registers on this side, and then the end caps.
The end caps,
usually
of the further away, the furthest away from the register.
Oh, not the ones in the front.
The front
ones are filled with all the
soda,
tempting
chips,
items.
Yeah. So
you're on the more on the other side,
caps.
maybe across from like the pharmacy or the dairy,
but
or
all
something.
the way down. Okay. So picture those. Tortillas are usually there, right? So we're pushing the cart through, and I had grand plans to make dinner of some sort, chicken, steak, pork chops, whatever, some sort of lean protein and some greens and, a little bit of carbs is what I was going to do. Pushing the cart down, got the kids in there with us, Hannah's with me. What is the biggest give up meal for a family of 4 that you can buy, in your opinion? That you see it and you go, oh, it popped in my mind. I go, I hope she doesn't see this because I know she's going to suggest it. And I can't say no to it. When she says, should we just make blank tonight? I go, yep, you're right. Let's just do it. And by the way, here's another little hint. There's never enough to go around for one package.
Okay,
ever.
So it's an end cap.
It's an end
So
cap.
it's not
an end cap,
but it's a meal.
It's a meal. It's a meal to feed a family of 4, but you get your meal. There's no extras.
Is it
no
one
leftovers.
of the refrigerated case end caps or a
dry?
It is
room temperature.
It is refrigerated, but there is no door.
No door.
No door.
Okay.
This is a toughie. Does anybody know?
Okay.
Richard, it is not rotisserie chicken because that's usually heated.
All right. So is there?
It's such the give up family meal.
Is there a small amount of preparation required when you bring it up? Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's a small amount of preparation.
Right, I am going to go with.
Oh, I think you're going to get it. It's a give up.
Buitoni cheese tortellini
Yes.
and a bottle of sauce.
Is
that it?
Yeah,
Did I really get it?
You nailed it. I mean, you absolutely
take a lot longer.
You absolutely
I know exactly what you're talking about.
nailed it. You nailed it.
I can see it.
You see it. Yeah. And you walk by, and I saw her out of the corner of my eye.
It's never enough of those things.
Never.
It's a huge bag, but not a lot of.
Right, it's like that. It's
open,
like the open,
but there's a lot of room.
And then you open it up. There's like 14
one
tortellini in here to go between the 4 of us.
Bro.
I'm not sure that's gonna be enough.
I saw her look over, and I go, "She's about to say it. She's gonna say it. She's gonna do it." And she goes, "Should we just get tortellini tonight?" And I go, "No," because I can't say no.
I am stunned. That's exactly what it is. My mind went to.
That is exactly it. And bro, you want to talk about easy? When I say give up, I mean, bro, it is. Those things cook for 3 minutes.
I don't think
they
I've
boil.
I've never had those.
You've never had them?
I've never actually had them.
They boil for 3 minutes. You take the sauce that you get and you heat it up a little bit, or you can pour it on cold. Doesn't matter. It tastes delicious.
Or you can go with the ravioli, as Richard said. Yes, 5 raviolis
a piece. That's
family.
it. So we get home. I make it. I eat a bowl, knowing full well I'm gonna have to. No, thankfully, Taylor's like, I don't want that. I was like, thank God. All right, good. So now we whacked that bag up into 3. Me, Bo, and Hannah. Bo had a whole bowl. I had a bowl and a half.
Up with your own Parmesan cheese.
Just Parmesan cheese. But I just go, it's such a give up meal. It's not super healthy. It's not. It won't kill you. It's not the worst. But I thought, because left to my own devices,
that is funny.
I would eat it 4 nights a week because it's delicious. I like you get little chicken in there. You get some sausage in there. There's all kinds of different ones you can get. We just got the cheese. And you want to make sure it was healthy. So you got the white and green ones. Bo goes, what's the difference in the white green? Go, nothing.
Yes.
There's nothing. Those are spinach.
That tiny bit of spinach they used to color the pasta is really making an impact in your overall health and diet, I'm sure.
But I can't say no to them. I can't say no to the ease of use. I can't say no to the cleanup, all of it. It's so moronically in the way they taste. They taste delicious. Like I could, if you plopped a bowl down in front of me right now at 6'11",
crush the whole bag.
I would murder it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. You don't like those? You never had them?
No, I just haven't had the. I know which ones you're talking about. I've seen them like at Vaughn's or whatever. We've gotten Trader Joe's has one. It's in one of those like plastic containers with the sealed.
Yeah, that's
top.
what these are just a smaller version.
Okay, I'm thinking of a bag.
Yeah, no, this is the same thing, but not Costco size. So it's not quite enough to feed a family.
So Sarah says, get the bag from Costco. It'll go further. Sarah, that's kind of what I'm worried about.
I'm kind of thinking of the Costco bag.
I'm worried about it going further because once you start popping those things in your mouth, you can't stop. And like you're walking back up to the pot and going, anymore? And Hannah's like the last to make her. So I'm Hawkeyeing her.
Like just 1 or 2 while you're testing it.
Yes,
you've actually impacted the entire
dinner.
Yeah, the whole 20% of the meal.
The whole family is screwed. And again, thank God for Taylor, like being picky and not wanting. He just had a whole plate of fruit. That's all he had, and a piece of cheese, which is that's healthy-ish. But I go, man, this is like it's the ultimate dad meal to be like. All right, your mom's gone. Well, in my house, it would be I'm gone. Your dad's gone. I'll make tortellini for everyone. My mom, too. It was such a give-up meal when I was a kid. Oh, what are we having tonight? Tortellini. I'm like, all right. I mean, busy. Tastes good. Delicious. But I knew one of you guys would get it.
I mean, we always have, just like in case of emergency, jar of sauce and bag of pasta, and it's like, all right, dinner in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
You absolutely
That's
need
kind
to.
of the default.
Well,
I thought you were going to say my guess would have been mac and cheese, although I've never seen that on an end cap.
Nope. Tessa says I call them safety meals. I like that. It's a comfort meal too. There's really, anytime you get pasta, cheese, and sauce.
If any
really
day
good.
you're allowed to do one of those easy meals, it's first day of school.
You've
gotten through it. No one wants to prepare a multi-course feast at the end of that day. So
no, it was great, man. I saw, it was fun to see all the parents, and you did see the first timers in there for kindergarten, and parents are a wreck. They've been home with that kid for 5 years or in preschool or whatever, but it's just a different thing altogether when there's no nap time anymore. There's no way we're going to lay these kids down for an hour and a half. And Taylor came home. He's like, I'm really tired. I was like, welcome to hell, dude. This is the rest of your life. This is hey, by the way, starting today, the rest of your life is have to. Okay. Just so you know, starting today, the rest of your life is you have to do this. And, but it was awesome, man. I was really proud of them, and they were great. And it was fantastic. And you back on that school schedule where it's 7 p.m. and I'm putting those kids down to bed. It's delightful.
I have something in common with Taylor. I also made a new friend named Cole yesterday.
You did?
I did, yes. I went to San Diego Wave practice to interview Kristen McNabb, left back, who is going to be playing in her 100th game for the Wave.
You left her back?
No, that's her position. Oh. She's the left back for the Wave.
Right.
And she's the only player who's been there. She was taken in the expansion draft 5 years ago when the team started. They have replaced everybody. All right, new owners, new GM, new coach, new staff. Every roster player has changed, from the Alex Morgan days to now, except Kristen McNabb has been there for the entire time, and she'll be the first Wave player ever to get to 100 games with the franchise on Friday. So I went to interview her, but after practice was done, you kind of waiting around for her to come back out. And Bergen, who does the PR for the Wave, said, I got in so much trouble the last time you were here because I didn't tell Cole that you were coming. And Cole is a massive tier 1.
Nice.
And he was like,
hello, Cole.
You didn't tell me that Ben Higgins was here. So Cole and Jordy, Cole works in the equipment room for the Wave. Came out to say hello and was very excited. They listen in the mornings. The show is on the entire time in the equipment room at San Diego Wave headquarters up there in Del Mar. And I looked at Cole and I said, "Oh, you a big Padres fan?" And he looked at me very sheepishly and kind of smiled. And he goes,
no, he's one of those.
Oh, I'm originally from Los Angeles.
Oh.
And I go, "Oh, Dodgers fan." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's okay. We have lots of Dodgers fans who listen to the program."
Tons.
And we have a lot of fun with it. Jordy was a Padres fan, though. So that was a lot of fun, and I wanted to say hello to both of my new friends. Got a picture with them.
I'll just say shout out to Jordy, to be honest. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So, but that was fun.
Come on, Cole. Figure it out, dude. Just come over to the. We've converted guys before.
We have a few.
Yeah, come on over.
You didn't have to even clarify. If he was a tier 1, we know he's probably a Dodger fan. Like they are, they love us. He's like, I know all about your show. I see your clips on YouTube every time.
I did have to laugh last night when I saw Blake Snell go out and shoved for the Dodgers, and I saw Dodger fans that I follow were like, "Oh my God, he looks so sharp." I'm like, yeah, you should see me after a 6-month break. I will come back. You'll never 6 months of doing jackass. I'll come back here and I will knock it out of the park. The guy hasn't worked in half a year. Of course he's sharp. Of course he looks good. Of course he's throwing hard. He does nothing. He works 6 weeks of the year and wins the World Series.
Genuinely surprised?
They were like, "Oh my God, Blake Snell." I'm like, wait. A multiple-time Cy Young Award winner takes 6 months off to do nothing but probably jog, lightly throw a plyo ball against the wall, and then he comes out and shoves against the Royals, and you guys act surprised. This is why people call you casuals. Well, that's exactly why.
This is their plan all along. This is what they do.
It's crazy.
Bring back their stars.
I saw Katie Wu yesterday. She goes, "Reinforcements are coming. Here comes Tyler Glass now after one more start." I'm like, this is exactly how they drew it up.
I'm just trying to think of back in the 90s, if Pedro Martinez or Randy Johnson. They're like, hey,
Wally, yes,
just hang out. Extended spring training. We'll ramp you up in August.
Think about the dynasties of the 90s, the Yankees, right?
Right.
If they said at the beginning of the year, hey, Rocket, sit on your ass in Texas, play video games, and
give us the best.
Give me the best 8 weeks
of your career, of your year. Give us the best 8 that you can give us.
It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Like, Roger Clemens, El Duque, Andy Pettit. We're not going to need you guys, and they're looking at him going, "What? You don't need us to win games?" No, we're good. We got Jeter and Pizzata. Like, we're fine. We'll figure out the pitching. We got a couple young kids coming up, and we're going to burn them out, and we'll just have you guys back. It's a strategy, and it's worked. So you have to keep pounding that. Neither of those guys were hurt. Neither of them. Come on, you guys know that.
I cannot stop picturing Roger Clemens on Twitch playing, Call of Duty with his friends all year now.
I think he would have been in like a duck blind or something for like 6 months, but I doubt very much he would have been playing video games.
Jay-Z says, well, technically Clemens did that this last couple of years. Didn't he? He like signed late a couple of times late in his career. And
but he was like 45 years old, I think. I mean, this is Blake Snell in the prime of his career, basically agreeing to say, fine with me.
I mean, how many starts has he thrown since he left San Diego? Like combined
12.
Like, because wasn't he hurt for most of that
Half
Giants
of them in the playoffs?
Now, he threw a no-hitter with the Giants, but I feel like he only threw like 10-ish starts for
somebody
them.
Look how many starts he's made with the Dodgers. It's got to be less than 20. I feel like I don't know.
Now I need to know. Now
I have to know. I mean, listen, but you can't be surprised if a guy comes out and he's throwing hard and he looks great because he hasn't been doing anything.
There could be some rust, I guess, but I feel like that can be yesterday.
I feel like a 2-time Cy Young Award winner can work that out in the bullpen before the game.
He has made 33 starts. 33 since starts leaving a Padre.
I mean, it would just
including the Giants. No, this is his third year since leaving the Padres. So 2.5 years.
Yeah. This is only his second start this year.
So 31 in the first 2 years.
He started 20 games for the Giants in 2024. Yep. He started 11 games for the Dodgers in 2025. He has started 2 games. In
13 games in the better part of 2 seasons now for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he's got perfectly fine with it.
He's got 1 ring to show for it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a ring to show for it.
Yeah,
that's great, and a ton of money.
Yeah, and 13 again, with the Dodgers, 33 overall since he left here and got that Cy Young.
So he was a workhorse for the Giants then with those 20 starts that year. You know why? You know why he was? Because they needed him to be. They don't have that luxury. Man,
Bomel cracking the whip up there.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's again back to my rant from last week. This is what the Dodgers can do.
That's what they can do.
If you sign a Blake Snell and you get 13 starts out of him in 2 years,
you're
cripples most other
crippled.
Teams. Cripples most teams.
Correct.
And they don't. They just shrug it off and go. Actually, it probably works out better for us that way.
Yeah. I mean, you have to win those games early, but they're a team laden with all-stars and payroll and MVPs. Talented players, and so that's the risk you take. And listen, when Glasnow comes back, if he's as sharp as he normally is, that's when these little 2 weeks of Dodger pain, it all goes away because they'll be really poised to make another run. So somebody's going to have to stop them. Don't know who it's going to be. Why not the Padres at this point? The way that they're playing baseball, it's been really fun to watch. I'm looking forward to today's game to see if they can close out this sweep, and then they head to Cleveland. That's right.
Friday.
Head to Cleveland, and another tough team with some good arms. So
it's
been so much fun to watch, man. They went from he's a Padre fan, and I use that term loosely, but man, he gets mad about this team, and he DMs me all the time, and he's like, I can't even watch this team. Now, this is like 8 days ago. He's like, they're unwatchable. I go, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, this is an unwatchable team. And I wrote him last night. I go, now they're must-see TV. Yeah. Like, it's what can happen in a week is pretty crazy in baseball. So, was really fun. And no one out there can say, "Oh, I saw this coming." Like, there's no way. There's
but
no
like,
chance.
how many? We say you never complain about a win, but how many wins have you come in? You're like, oh God, that was like pulling your teeth out. That was horrible.
Last night was
glad they pulled it off, but good Lord, like they're hitting the ball hard right now. It's so much fun to watch.
The only reason I kept it on, I was fading, man. The only reason I kept it on is because Gary Sanchez came in to pitch. That's the only reason. I was like, I'm going to go to sleep. And then I go, oh, he's coming in. I might as well watch it. But it was awesome.
I was homicidal watching that last night.
Yeah, it makes you nuts after a while.
I just had like the biggest old man like screaming moment because I've seen it happen before, but I was just laying in bed, kind of finishing up some prep for the show, watching the game, and I'm like, it's a 10-run lead in the 8th inning. Everybody out here, Gary Sanchez is just lobbing them in. The batters are smiling. Everybody on the field's laughing. They're taking daddy hacks. I'm like, we gotta just get a mercy rule or something. This is stupid to watch.
What's the argument against it? Fans that paid money for the ticket, like I didn't get my full 9 innings.
No other sport do they don't ever send the kicker to go run routes or whatever in football, like just because they're down by 35 points.
I mean, there's an integrity of the game that you're compiling stats, season stats, and career stats. That every game
don't get blown
needs
out.
to be played to its completion. But even that, you have games that end up being 6 innings because of rain.
Because of rain,
stuff.
that's true.
What's the difference in suspending one after 8 innings because this game is horrible and no one wants it to go on
If it started raining,
anymore?
they wouldn't make up that last inning.
Exactly.
They would just call the game.
I do think it's funny if they would make the manager step out of the dugout and wave a white flag. I think that would be hysterical in the 8th inning. But then again, there would be teams that find a way to manipulate that somehow. But no, I think, if you're Pat Murphy and you're putting Gary Sanchez, it was fun and cute for a while. I think the Dodgers used Kike last year. I think he threw like 36 innings for them last year. I mean, it was crazy.
Mostly in wins.
More than Blake Snell, actually, last year. He threw more than Blake Snell. But, Cole says play the 9 innings. I get it. It's just at that point, you don't want the worst thing was, and they pull starters and stuff. They don't have they can't replace the whole thing. But
the ball's coming in like it's softball, slow pitch, and he takes the biggest swing ever, and then he like falls down, and they're laughing. I'm like, what? Why are we even doing this?
Patrick Swayze's ghost said, "It's not over till it's over." It's true. You have seen comebacks.
It's over when you put Gary Sanchez.
When Gary Sanchez comes in, I think it's over at that point. You're not coming back.
It should be. If you're not trying to win anymore.
And again, it was Griffin Ganning on the mound, so. At the end of the game, that's a good role for him.
Padres got through it, and Paulie let us know this morning that. According to Fangraphs, for the first time since, maybe all season. I don't remember early in the season when they were hot. Maybe they were, 12 games above 500. Maybe they were above 50%. But the Padres have climbed to just over a 51% chance to make the playoffs as they have moved into a 3-way tie for the second wildcard spot. And that is a far cry from, I want to say, when they left Kansas City after dropping 2 of 3 to the Royals to start the second half, that the Padres were about 7%, according to Fangraphs, to make the playoffs. So quite the turnaround for your San Diego Padres over the last few weeks. We will get into it. Padres wrap-up of a 4th straight win. Looking forward to hearing all of Jesse's calls of the Grand Slam by Luis Rengifo, Fernando Tatis Jr., Luis Camposano, all the home runs from last night. We'll talk about.
I just looked it up. Back on July 19th.
My birthday.
I just picked a day. July 19th, the Padres had a 10% chance to make the playoffs.
Quite the jump.
That was 3 weeks ago.
Love it.
All right, so we will get into all of it. We'll set the menu for our Big League Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods. Couple of guests for you, all coming up next. Glad to have everybody with us, all the Tier 1s, on a Wednesday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, no athlete gets to the highest level alone. There's always a coach, always a strategy. Retirement shouldn't be any different. Trying to navigate market swings, inflation, and healthcare costs on your own can be overwhelming, especially with everything changing so fast. That's where Trajan Wealth comes in, TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors take the time to understand your goals, your risk tolerance, and your timeline. They're independent, so they're not locked into any one product or one approach, which is good. Everything's customized. Trajan Wealth local offices in Carlsbad, Liberty Station, and Escondido. They work with people who want confidence and not constant worry. So if you've got an old 401k or investments like I did and you haven't looked at them in years, might be time to do something about it. Just start by calling 1-855-TRAJAN1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN1. Or just take a few minutes online at trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt. Right? All right, yeah.
Okay. Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
People keep asking when am I going to mention run differential?
The RD, the old RD, research and development.
Right. R&D, the old R&D.
The old R&D.
I do like Postal Blues' take on it. Padres technically don't have a run differential.
That's right.
There's no differential right now. Zero. Zippo. Nothing.
Ben in the chat said you guys have to go pull this phone call that happened on Braden's show yesterday. He said it's like the craziest, worst call of all time. So Paulie went and pulled it. We have it. It's an interesting take. I'm not. This guy's obviously entitled to his opinion, but I found it interesting. And the gist of it essentially is he doesn't think. Well, it's 2 points. One. Oh, let's play the call. Play the call.
Go ahead.
So we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Here we go. This is Braden's show yesterday.
Hey, Braden, I'm gonna. Hey, I just started listening today, but I'm gonna make a really controversial statement. But it's what I feel.
I like that.
And so I want to tell you, number one, I don't think this team's the world championship team. Okay, let's start with that. Number two,
Fair.
It would make me, honestly, this is my feeling, it would make me sick to my stomach if this particular team won the World Series. I've been watching these guys since 1969, and I in no way want to remember this team as the best team in Padre history, with half the team batting below 220. Manny Machado's been an absolute joke at the plate all year. Bogart hasn't been any better.
Who is Bogart?
Half the team's down there because they play good for a week and a half at the end of the season. I don't know how you feel. I've been following these guys my whole life, and I've watched a lot of Padre baseball. And if I have to remember this team as the best team in Padre history, literally, it makes me sick to my stomach that I had to do that. This is not the team that I envision winning a world championship.
So I just want to clarify. He said literally this team would make him sick to his stomach. So if the Padres
to win a World Series,
this guy's going to vomit.
And he's a Padres fan
since
Lifelong.
1969.
Inaugural season.
So that's a lifer. I would think at this point you're like, I'll take anything I can get, any players whatsoever.
So I'm going to make a really controversial statement.
Save that.
I tend to think that until you go on the run, you can't really decide how you feel about a team.
That's it right there. Because I think what can happen, and listen, you may hate the players. I don't know that you watch much baseball if you think Manny Machado's been terrible at the plate all year. Granted,
a clown, I believe, was the.
Is that what he said?
Yeah,
he said he was
a joke.
A joke. Well, I mean, he has missed out on 13 singles to push his average to be more respectable. What did he get? 3 knocks last night. I think with the home runs and the defense and everything else, like, all right, that's fine. Bogart, I'm going to give you that one. Bogart has not been fantastic this year, but I don't know, man. If you watched this team, by the way, if you watched this team with a thinking about all of the guys that had to piece things together and patchwork, the bullpen, the incredible work that they've done, the redemption of Luis Camposano, shunned by his last 2 managers, Ty France, a minor league deal in spring training, Jake Cronenworth wearing one in the face, Toddy couldn't hit a home run, now he can't stop hitting home runs, Jackson Merrill being terrible, now he's great, the rotating cast of left fielders, Luis Rengifo, like, bro, there's a billion storylines. I think you're just choosing not.
Like Samad Taylor.
Samad Taylor.
3 weeks was amazing.
I feel like you're choosing not to embrace a good team.
I think,
or a resilient team.
In your mind, when you picture the Padres winning the World Series, Tatis and Manny and Jackson are all like top 10 MVP guys all season long, and your stars carry you all the way. But that's rarely how it actually works. It's usually those guys are having good seasons, but you get some magic from Luis Rengifos or
Miguel Rojas last year.
You know what I mean? Up in like Austin Hayes off the scrap heap who contributes. And we've seen all kinds of teams win the World Series. The Braves a few years ago, do Braves fans care that it was Eddie Rosario,
right?
Who wasn't even on the team, right. Carried them to it wasn't, some of the core guys that really carried it. It was some of your pickups. Jorge Soler,
right?
It probably had the same feeling. This is not how I pictured us winning the World Series, but I don't think they hated it because it wasn't the way they thought it was going to be. The Washington Nationals, when they won the World Series, they were terrible for 3 months out of the year. They were abysmal. They were like double-digit games under 500, and then they started figuring it out and playing well. Are they really looking back at that team and going, nah, that makes me sick to my stomach that Nationals team won the World Series? No, you remember the run. You remember Steven Strasburg in the playoffs. Remember Juan Soto fondly. It's nice that there is one fan base that remembers Juan Soto fondly.
Yeah, true.
For his time with the team. I don't think you would actually feel that way if the Padres went on a World Series.
I don't think so either, man. I really don't.
I just look at some of the World Series MVPs. Of course, there's the big names. There's Freddie Freeman and David Ortiz or whatever in the last 20 years. But then there's also
Jeremy Pena,
Jorge Soler, Steve Pearce of the Red
Pearce
Sox.
Was unbelievable.
Ben Zobrist was the World Series MVP in 2016. Edgar Renteria, it's guys that you probably, it wasn't Albert Pujols. It was other names. And these guys that step up in the moment and have kind of these Hollywood type moments in October.
Yeah, and again, I think it would be definitely colored differently after the run was complete and you saw how they did it. Because it's really hard to win a World Series. You need a lot of things to bounce your way.
And the Padres are still a long way from it.
They're a long way from it. Too. But I wouldn't put the cart before the horse here.
It is now within the realm of possibility. They are in a playoff position and they're playing really good baseball. They are still 41 games left in the regular season and 4 playoff series that you'd have to get through. So we are putting the cart well ahead of the horse, but it's definitely not impossible. What do you want at this time of the year? You want a team that is in playoff contention and playoff position
and playing hard
and playing really good baseball.
And playing hard for you every night.
The Padres are one of the few teams in baseball that actually have both of those things right now. You can't say that about a ton of teams. Even the Dodgers, as good as position they are and are still the massive favorites, they're not playing very good baseball right now. Now, will they figure it out and turn it on? I would imagine that they will. But the Padres are one of the teams right now that has both of the things that you are looking for in August.
It's a good point here by Ray. He said, I'll also be sick to my stomach because they would have to pump it because it would be so full of alcohol. That'd be the gnarliest hangover of all time. The post-game 7 or whatever hangover. I mean, I
need the final game. It needs to be on a Friday night, so we have full 48 hours to recover.
Great.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Here's what we've got on the menu for you today. I get to Jesse's highlights and our wrap-up in just a second. In our 7 o'clock hour, we will have Don't Do This, followed by a Big League Wednesday with Bret Boone, host of the Bret Boone podcast on Odyssey, fresh off his 50 Greatest Mariners celebration weekend. See how it was hanging out with Griffey and Ichiro over the weekend in Seattle. So we'll talk to Bret Boone at 7:35. And then in our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play some Take on Woods and give him a little day early because the Padres are off tomorrow. Give him the day off. In-season Sammy Levitt going to join us for his weekly conversation, Padres pre- and post-game show host.
I think he's got a dentist appointment tomorrow.
Taking care. Well, off day, you got to take care of some of the.
I said, how about Wednesday instead?
The, day-to-day grind of life. So all guests on Ben and Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. Got our Reindl Report, MLB Reacharound in our 9 o'clock hour, and we'll get you ready for early baseball today here on 97.3 The Fan as the Padres go for a sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers, sending Robbie Ray to the mound for his second start in a Padres uniform, and Dustin May will make his second start in a Milwaukee Brewers uniform in a matchup of trade deadline acquisitions coming up at 1:10 this afternoon. But let's check traffic, and then we will go through a rollicking 11-2 win over the Milwaukee Brewers last night coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
San Diego 805 northbound Market South. Earlier two-car crash on the right-hand shoulder and causing brake lights. Your National University educated route would be the 5 northbound. With San Diego traffic, I'm Fonseca.
Traffic report brought to you by Soapy Joe's. It's always car wash season at Soapy Joe's. Stop by any of our 25-plus convenient locations for good, clean shine and receive $10 off your first month at any wash club level. Visit SoapyJoesCarWash.com to become a member today. Give us a follow at Soapy Joe's for more good, clean fun.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
And Cronenworth hits it on a line the other way. That's a fair ball up the third base side. Kicks off the side wall. First run will come in to score as Hayes crosses the plate, and Cronenworth into second with an RBI double. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch, hit hard in the air, deep to left field. Churrio's going back. He turns to watch. This one gonna go. Luis Rengifo, his first career grand slam, and it puts the Pods ahead 5-0 here in the second. And a ground ball sharply to short. Bogarts charges, has it. Throw to first is in time. That'll get Hamilton home. So an RBI ground out. It's now 5-1. And certainly, I think at this point, the Padres will take that trade. Fernando swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air, deep to right. Lars back at the wall. This one gonna go. Number 12 for Fernando Tatis Jr. A lead shot in the fourth inning. Padres get their second of the night, and it's 6-1. Campusano swings, hits it in the air, deep to left field, way back. This one gonna go. Luis Campusano hits the Padres' third home run of the night. It's a 2-run blast, and 8-1 here in the fifth. There's lead not going, and the 3-2 pitch ripped on a line into right field, a base hit. Machado being waved at third. He'll come in to score easily. France held at third. Merrill into second with an RBI double, and it's 9-1 here in the second and third. Still only one out. Hayes grounds one slowly to third base. Hamilton's got it. Throw is low, handled by Bowers, but that'll easily bring home another run as France crosses the plate, and it's 10-1 here in the sixth. 1-2 now. Campusano hits it on a line left side. Diving attempt, Turang can't get there. Merrill racing around third. Lockridge's throw is over Contreras' head. It's 11-1 as Campusano takes second on the wild throw. And Turang rips it in the air deep down the right field line. Sheets on the move, not going to get there. Kind of swats it down, has to pick it up off the warning track. Lara has scored. Vaughn will be held at third. It's an RBI double for Turang, and now an 11-2 game here in the ninth. And a first pitch swing, little tapper in front of the plate, picked up by Campusano. His throw to first is in time, and the ball game is over. So the Brewers scratch across a run here in the ninth inning, but it don't matter at all. Padres an 11-2 victory here against Milwaukee. They have taken the first two games of this series, and they'll take their brooms out tomorrow afternoon and go for the sweep. Big time pitching from Walker Buehler tonight. And the Padre offense, 11 runs on 17 hits, capped off by Luis Rengifo's first career grand slam against his former team.
Yeah, we just kept staying at it. You know, we kept a good process, good positive attitude, stayed optimistic, and, you know, relied on our hard work. And, you know, that's kind of led us to this point where we just kept at it, and we finally hit a good stretch where we've been playing really well. You know, it came in a stretch where we're playing 26 out of 27 in a tough stretch physically for these guys, but mentally they've been locked in.
What do you think of Walker tonight, and how did the fact that you were able to leave him in, where sometimes maybe spend like one run or two runs and you haven't been able to?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the way he was throwing the ball. I mean, I think he gave up 3 hits, and 2 of them were infield hits. One was off the base that, you know, just an awkward play. So he really threw the ball well tonight, located his two-seamer in on those lefties, handled the lefties, you know, better than he has maybe all year against left-handed hitters. So just one of the best outings he's had as a Padre, and good sign going forward.
Tip of the cap to Walker Buehler, who has been more than we probably could have expected.
Oh yeah,
this season.
I would say so.
He's 7-5. He had a really bad run, which means his ERA is still not pretty.
Pre-break, I was like, I don't know that he can come back after the All-Star break. That's how bad it was.
But one thing that Walker Buehler has brought that, quite frankly, other pickups in other years have not, is I do believe he has a championship winning sort of mentality.
Yeah.
And I know where it comes from, and it's fine.
Yep.
It comes from the LA Dodgers, and he even acknowledged it after the game. Pretty good quote in his post-game story from Kevin Acee. Said Walker Buehler, told him, yeah, if I get a big lead like that, I learned very early in my career, if you don't throw strike one, if you throw a ball, a 0-0, and you're up 6-0,
yeah,
Clayton Kershaw was going to light me up.
Chew him out.
You get a big lead like that, you throw strikes. And Walker Buehler threw strikes. And, sometimes you're going to get hit, but that's not what it's about.
Right.
It's about just if you keep throwing strikes with a big lead, you're pretty much locked into a win. How many times have we seen the Padres score 3 runs in an inning and then instantly walk the first guy the next inning? It's
it makes you nuts.
It drives me absolutely crazy. And I did like hearing that from Walker Buehler yesterday because he does bring that, yes, this is how you actually win games mentality to the San Diego Padres.
It was one of the craziest things that happened to me this baseball season last night. It was 7:00, on the nose, and my kids were rowdy. So I said, I'm putting them down now. We're back on this schedule. I walk past the television. It's an 0-2 count to Jake Cronenworth. No, it's an 0-1 count to Jake Cronenworth. He squares to bunt. And I hear Don go, oh, he squared to bunt again. And I walked away. It was 0-0. I walked away in disgust to put them down and, read them a story and whatever, brush their teeth, all that. 10 minutes later, I walk back in. It's 5-0. I missed. I walked in and I go, and they were still hitting. And I go, what? How did we? And I saw Rengifo coming in the dugout. Everyone's down. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? It was 2 outs. Was that right? 2 outs?
No, because they took the bunt off, obviously, and Jake ended up doubling.
I was like, because I was like, if there's 2 outs and he's trying to bunt his way out right now, I'm going to lose my mind. He was trying to sacrifice.
But, you don't give outs up. Sometimes you get big innings out of it.
That's right.
That's the argument, Woods, that you are always essentially making. It's not that
it's a bad
a bunt
thing.
Can help you out, and sometimes you're playing for 1 run, and it's okay, but you are circumventing, obviously, the chances of a bigger inning
when you give up
an out,
give them a free one.
And in that case, had they given up outs, you wouldn't have gotten all the way to Luis Rengifo.
Jake says there was 2 outs. Was there
just
2
trying
outs?
to hit for a base hit?
I think he was trying to bunt for a base hit, if I'm not mistaken.
Just keep the line moving, as they always like to say.
Because I remember I was so disgusted. And normally, if they're in a rally, I'll just stand there and be like, I'll be there in a minute, right? And I walk back in. And
he was just trying to get Tatis probably up to the plate,
and
instead he ended up.
I walk back
doubling.
in. I walk back in, and it's 5-0. I couldn't believe it. So Jakey hit a double.
Yeah, 2 outs.
Yeah, so Jake hit a double, and then Rengifo.
Tatis walked.
And a brilliant challenge, by the way. Brilliant challenge. Oh my God! If we're gonna rip them every day for their challenges, that was the challenge of the year. And so they said they were in a shift. He was going to try to bunt his way on. Lefty, it's fine.
You get on base for Fernando Tatis Jr. with the bases loaded.
Yeah, that's a good move.
It's not a bad move necessarily.
But I was just like, oh God, and walked away and came back 5-0 and was so happy for Luis Rengifo because he had been cut by that team, and that's got to feel extra sweet because it was against the Brewers.
I was very surprised.
Is it extra sweet because it's against the Brewers?
Craig Stammen acknowledged last night what I thought perhaps that actual players and coaches never do, and we do all the time as Padres fans. Even I do it. How many times it feels like former Padres come and torture our team
all the time,
and we talk about it incessantly. Gary Sanchez probably gonna have a big series.
We
former
would
Padres.
make bets on the
we
show.
made bets, yeah.
And Craig Stammen acknowledged after the game. We also noticed that ex-Padres do tend to do well against us. So it's nice.
We got to remember that.
It's nice to see it happen to another team. Milwaukee Brewers had Luis Rengifo.
Cut him.
Gave up on him. DFA'd him.
Seems
Padres
like a really
picked him up.
Doesn't he seem like a Brewery player?
Yeah, and he's been fantastic for the San Diego Padres.
He's been a revelation at this point. And again, you never know how this stupid game's going to go. Sometimes a guy finds a home, and it just makes sense for him. He's batting .321 with an .872 OPS in 24 games for the San Diego Padres. That's absolutely incredible. All-star MVP type stuff.
Here, listen to this from Stammen last night.
We always talk internally about how there's always a lot of revenge against the Padres, and sometimes it's nice to have somebody that was from another team inflict that same kind of damage on somebody else. But Louis has been great since we've got him, and he's come up with a few big hits, and that was one of the biggest that he's had.
So you guys noticed that too.
There happens to be a lot of former Padres in the major leagues.
That's the reason.
So it's not just us. I thought for a while maybe it's just us and we're making too big of a deal out of this.
No, they have internal meetings about it.
They do recognize that phenomenon of this guy used to play for us and now he's murdering us all the time. But I don't know, it's someone calling up in Milwaukee right now and going, I can't believe these guys let go Luis Rengifo. What were they thinking? He's just going to torture us forever now.
Also,
why do we get rid of that guy?
Just some behind the scenes stuff. I think we finally got a good Craig Stammen laugh.
Oh, did we? Oh, it's his signature laugh.
We also had an Incorporator from Jesse Agler, Susurrus. How did he work that into the broadcast last night? Get to that and more coming up next. Thank you, Craig Stammen on 97.3 The Fan. Welcome back to our Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on a Wednesday morning. That one was a doozy from our Odyssey colleague, Brad Evans, during the break. You were in the restroom, weren't you?
I was, but I heard it on my way out.
On the way out? Yeah.
That was
he is.
an
You pull it?
Timer.
Yeah, he is. He is very high on Sam Darnold this season.
This is the guy, of course, if you heard it, a couple of weeks ago, we had some fun with this one.
Give me the over. No matter the juice.
You might hear him at 6:55 every morning on our station. And the last one here today, if you missed it, quite a doozy. I don't really think there's a whole lot of setup here. We just got to play this one and react.
Brad Evans here to help you beat the boots with Westwood Lawn Sports. Accurate Sam Darnold darts are the near future in Seattle's NFL title defense. Last year, the passer ranked top 10 in multiple completion percentage categories. Given JSN's presence and a rigid O-line, give me the over. Darnold, 3,700.5 pass yards at -105. Hashtag Team Huevos. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Did he say hashtag Team Huevos?
Give me the over. Darnold, 3,700.5 pass yards at -105.
Has anyone
Hashtag Team Huevos.
Has anyone ever said -105 in a more smarmy manner?
No.
At -105.
-105.
At -105.
Oh, it's something. It sounds like a rock station. You're listening to -105.
Give me the over.
God bless.
At -105.
That's bananas, dude.
We were just saying that.
Hashtag Team Huevos.
Team Huevos.
Good.
Probably should check out the Hard Knocks featuring the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
Forgot they won it.
Yeah.
I got to get boned up on my NFL, man.
Totally won that big game back in February last year over the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
I think I have dementia. It's fine. Don't worry about me. It's no big deal.
Was it Mike McDonald heading into his third year, I think?
Yeah,
I thought he was brand new.
Oh, the Seahawks with their new coach, Mike McDonald.
I was like, man, this guy's really giving it to these guys. I watched a clip where it was like a linebacker, and he was getting too close to the quarterback. And Mike McDonald was like, I told you enough. That's enough. And he's like, what? I'm doing my job. He's like, get your ass out of here. Turns out I'm running practice. I was like, holy cow, this new guy is really laying the wood to these dudes. I'm telling you, man.
Give me the over.
I can't. It's funny, too, because I don't delve much into it, like research and podcasts and whatnot, but I certainly enjoy the product. Be tuning in every chance I get. But I'm more excited for college football this year, for sure. I'm delving into that right now.
I kind of view football now with no dog in any fight.
Yeah.
I don't have an NFL team. My football team, good luck, San Diego State, but it's just different products, watching some of the big boys on Saturdays, but having that elite, I can't wait for Ben's first super sexy Saturday sports
college
spectacular.
Football preview. Yeah. You guys just put in for your time off this morning. Woods being proactive.
Finally.
It's not for another month.
Right.
But you are going to South Bend.
Correct.
To see the Notre Dame Fighting Irish play.
1 month from today exactly. I think it's the 12th that we're going.
And who's the opponent for that game?
Rice. Sold out.
The Owls.
Yeah, sold out. And the reason I think it's sold out, I think they may be doing the Lou Holtz tribute that day at that game. So I'm excited for that.
I remember I was telling a friend, I was like, yeah, they're playing Rice or something, not a big opponent. Yeah. And they go, well, every game is big for Notre Dame.
Yeah, you have to win.
And I go, that's a good point. Like every game matters. So
they're not going to be able to lose one and get in. I don't think their schedule's not that tough this year. But then again, you really don't know what the schedule looks like until it kind of plays out a little bit. But
sure. There can be surprises.
Yeah, 100%. The Notre Dame Miami game is going to be like a playoff game. But I probably could have gone to that, and I said, no. I want to go to a game that should be stress free. Knock on wood. But me, Bo, Taylor, Paulie, Megan, my dad, my mom, my uncle, my half sister that I've never really gotten to hang out with before. It's going to be a special trip. So really looking forward to that.
Is there a
we're crashing the Woods family reunion?
Is there like a tailgate, or how does that work?
He's going to start giving me anxiety, dude.
It's not supposed to be anxiety.
Oh yeah, I'd like to know what's that day look like. So we're going to get up early. On Saturday morning.
Drive in from Chicago.
We'll be driving in from Chicago. What, hour and a half, 2 hours?
Hour and a half. Park we're going to go into I think we're going to try to get into the locker room, do the helmets, see the helmets, hit the play like a champion sign, all that cool stuff. Taylor, Bo did it, so Taylor wants to do it, so we got to do that. And then you got to find some time to kill. You go to the bookstore, you walk around the beautiful campus, you light a candle at the grotto, you do all the Notre Dame things. And then you got to go into the game. But my dad usually gets like this ticket for like this luncheon that you go to, and it's
like an alumni.
Yeah, it's like a buffet, but it's not great. But it's also beats like standing outside. We don't have to lug
all your
food
stuff with you.
Yeah, like, hey, let's stop and get a thing of shrimp before we get there. No, you just kind of go and they handle it. There's a bar on campus, which is awesome. But I'll have my kids with me, so we'll hang out, and I'll try to. I'm basically just going to be running interference, trying to keep my 5-year-old from melting down like my 8-year-old did when he was 5.
When you were going to college across the street at Holy Cross, right? What was the go-to late night burgers or whatever? Like, was there a spot for
Team Huevos?
It was Team Huevos. Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, CJ's was the name of the place,
CJ's.
and it was. I still taste it. It was incredible.
Mix students from both schools.
Yep. And I worked at a place called Bridget McGuire's, which was a bar, and you could get in if you were about 15. I think that was the cutoff there, because you'd be like, what? Okay, like it was as seedy as you can get. It was time of my life though, man. It was a blast, and it's fun taking my kids back and showing them all the stuff. But it's a lot, man. A trip to Chicago and then to South Bend in the same trip is going to be fun. But yeah, I'll be off a couple days. Paulie will be off 3 days. But we'll have Adam come fill in. And what are you going to do? 1 day solo?
I'm definitely going to do Thursday because we'll have Padres baseball to talk about.
Yeah.
We haven't really discussed this with Adam yet, so if he's listening, we should probably have a meeting after the show. But
why? We have as much PTO as we want here.
Thinking of maybe a best of show on that Friday with no Padres game on the Thursday.
He's gonna ask us to bring the gear, isn't he?
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could just take a nice show day off.
That works.
It's a 3-day weekend for me. You guys enjoy your trip, and then you'll be back Monday.
Yep.
We'll still have a couple weeks left in the baseball season. We're not, missing any do or die games, hopefully, at that point. So should be good. Let's get to the Incorporator. Not only was it a comfortable win, but that allowed Jesse to comfortably incorporate his word last night. Here was the setup when the voice of the Padres joined us yesterday. All right, Jesse, are you ready for your Incorporator? We are on to the letter S. Paulie, if you would, give him his word to incorporate into tonight's broadcast.
Susurrus.
Susurrus. You heard of that one before, Jesse?
I have
not. Susurrus. It's a noun. It means a soft, whispering, or rustling sound. It's an onomatopoetic word. So, kind of the sound of the word kind of describes what it actually is. A susurrus, a soft, whispering or rustling sound.
I do love an onomatopoeia.
All right, so Padres cruising by the, 7th inning?
I believe the top of the 7th inning, yes, with Bryce Terang at the dish.
0-2. The pitch, Terang takes way high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 10-run Padre lead here in the 7th. Regulars coming off the field for both teams. Padre dugout bouncing around, jubilant down there. Meanwhile, on the third base side, a susurrus of conversation. Wow. Awfully quiet. 1-2, way inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Terang.
Susurrus. Yeah, a bit of a whispered hush through the somber Milwaukee Brewers dugout.
Old Pat Murphy did not look super pleased with the result last night. The effort, certainly. They kicked it around a little bit. It very uncharacteristic of the Brewers and very uncharacteristic of Kyle Harrison, but
He's now had 2 bad starts all year.
Yeah, 2 all year.
We talked about yesterday how he'd been consistently 0, 1, or 2 runs allowed in almost every start all season, other than like an 8-run blow up in Sacramento earlier in the season against the A's, but 8 runs allowed yesterday.
I mean, I said right when we were wrapping up the show, I said, I don't bet anymore, but if I did, like Walker Buehler against Kyle Harrison, I'm probably taking the Brewers. I'll just say it again today. Dustin May against who? Robbie Ray today? It's Dustin May all day, man. Keep the reverse psychology going, because you figure the Brewers, Ben, best team in baseball, right? They're going to scratch out at least 1 win, right?
I want to point out, and we probably don't talk about this enough, but it's true for the Padres. It's also true for the other teams, that the schedule makes an impact on how teams are playing. And the Brewers have been pretty locked in all year, but they have not had a day off since July 23rd.
Okay.
So like the Padres on a big run, they just finished, a 7-game homestand, and they got to fly all the way to the West Coast for 7 against the Padres and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
This is the time of year when a team is kind of cruising that you could see a little bit of a letdown. This is what managers kind of worry about, but it's almost unavoidable, even for good teams. Seeing it happen to the Dodgers, you get a big lead in the division, you got a long stretch, you're tired, you get on an airplane, you got to fly across the country, and all of a sudden, it's just not our best baseball, this week. Because they play so well most of the year, it's not that big of a deal. They can recover from it, and I would imagine they would, but it's important for the Padres to take advantage. If the Brewers are going to come in and they're going to not quite be the Brewers for a couple of days, you need to take advantage of that. And the last 2 days, the Padres have done so. Can they do one more? Generally, good teams like the Brewers, they will even have a couple of bad days. And usually they will put their foot down and go, we're not getting swept. We're not letting this get any further. We'll see what they do this afternoon, what Pat Murphy has them ready for with Dustin May on the mound against Robbie Ray.
And I think
it's kind of a statement game for both teams today.
And I think if it's, if you're the Padres, if this is a series in June, you're like, hey, we won this series against one of the better teams. And, we're going to go out and obviously try to win and compete, but it's not the end of the world. At this point in the season, Benny, it's the end of the world because you're looking every night or are the Cardinals winning or the Diamondbacks still playing well? The Phillies, what are they doing?
We talked about the Padres being over 50% chance to make the playoffs, according to Fangraphs, first time since April or May. We were looking at it. It's essentially, according to Fangraphs and however they project out the rest of the season, they're viewing it as a 3-team race for 2 spots.
Yep.
They have the Phillies at, I think it was 76%.
76%.
And then the Padres are 51 and the
Diamondbacks are 49.
I mean, it's right there. It's a coin flip between 2 of those teams.
Yep. We'll get to it later in our MLB Reacharound, but if you're a Diamondbacks fan, you're sick to your stomach this morning that you're playing the Colorado Rockies at home. You get 2 home runs in the first inning. You're already up 2-0. I mean, you're probably thinking, all right, cruise control. Here we go. This is going to be another easy win over an overmatched opponent. And then you don't score again, and the Rockies rally late and beat you 3-2, and all of a sudden you're now tied for a playoff spot. You're feeling kind of ill about that one yesterday if you're the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh, yeah, you're sick to your stomach.
So, it's not just the San Diego Padres that have the bad days. I know we focus on those when they happen, but it happens to other teams as well. They don't
we need a lot
always
more
beat the Colorado Rockies, but Padres got help yesterday. Cardinals beat the Phillies as well. 2-0 in a real pitcher's duel between Christopher Sanchez and Andre Palante, and the Padres got the help they needed yesterday. So don't give it back up today. Lose and give up the ground that you just gained. So I think a really important afternoon game for everybody today.
Love it.
All right, let's take a time out. When we come back, it'll be time for Don't Do This before Bret Boone joins us. I saw a horrific story from a high school football practice in Arkansas yesterday.
I love horrific stories.
So that will be coming up next with Ben and Woods. Don't go away. Coming up with more on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
All right, 7 Mile Casino is our place to play cards right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. When you walk in, it will just kind of present itself in front of you. All your options. The card options are Texas Hold'em Poker, California-style Blackjack, Pai Gow Poker, and Baccarat. If any of those calls to you, you're not going to find a better place to play them than 7 Mile Casino.
The only bummer is there's no good food there.
Oh,
right,
no, there
Ben?
is. There is. Yeah, a lot of good food.
And I can sit and have a fresh cig if I want
No, you
to
can't.
inside.
You
Oh,
cannot.
okay.
There's no smoking.
No smoking.
We've gone through this many times.
And delicious food.
Right.
Sign me up.
I hate that it closes every night at 8
It does
p.m.
not. It does not close. Right. They don't put the tables or the chairs up on the tables as you're walking in. No, 24/7, 7 Mile Casino. Yeah, man, get down there. Get down there. Just 7 minutes from Petco Park. Great place to grab a beer before the game.
It's dry. There's no
it's tons of booze.
All right, that's the full bar.
Yeah, full bar. Everything you need. Sit out on the patio. Look at the sunset. Romantic. even.
Enjoy the game on television.
That's right.
All throughout 7 Mile Casino. San Diego's best card room also happens to be its closest. Yeah, it's right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. Check it out today. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
I will first say, little personal DDT for not believing anybody in our YouTube stream on the breaking news.
Or your co-hosts, by the way.
I didn't believe you either.
No.
I thought you guys are getting fooled by some fake account. Lakers didn't just sell. They sold last year. Didn't just sell for $12 billion to someone else. That's not how it
Maybe
works.
like, it's officially official now. Like,
yeah, I was thinking, you're just missing out. No, that is actually breaking news. Ramona Shelburne, the Los Angeles Lakers, after being bought by the Dodgers' Mark Walter for like $10 billion last year, have now sold to Bob Iger and another businessman for $12 billion.
God.
It's like an episode of Flip This House.
For real. A year. Yeah, I bought it, sat on it for a year.
You made $2 billion on it in 1 year, and you sold it. Like all the changes you made, you fired all the Bus family.
Yeah.
Everything, and then just out. That's nuts. Now, I know Walter's been facing
the shortest
some
teams ever been owned?
Maybe.
It might be.
Yeah, he's under investigation.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. I'm shocked.
Crazy story.
He's under investigation. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Well, if we know how the Dodgers are investigated, it'll.
No, it's done, guys. Everything's fine. There's no improprieties here. We're good. You guys are
Also,
fine.
any investment that can make $2 billion in 1 year, you're feeling like
pretty good.
Probably pretty good investment that I just made.
Now, does that mean you're back in?
Well, I mean, it opens the door again. If the Dodgers don't own the Lakers, I could consider once again returning to Lakers fandom.
So
But
they could buy you back.
I haven't. Well, I mean, do I get any of that $12 billion?
No.
That would definitely buy me back. But I've been okay not being a Lakers fan, so maybe I'll just
keep rooting
continue
for
on.
whoever.
This story was horrifying, though.
Oh, good.
Comes from a high school football practice in Mamel, Arkansas. If I'm saying that correctly, one of the kids on the team was practicing and felt something like moving around in his helmet. Like something loose. He didn't know.
Loose?
Yeah, but he was out there like, okay, well, we'll deal with it with the equipment guy, after we get through practice. So he's out there for about an hour and takes his helmet off and tells the guy, I feel like there's something, I don't know, moving around in there. They find a 2-foot-long cottonmouth pit viper, one of the most venomous, deadly snakes in the United States, that had been in his helmet while he practiced for an entire hour. A venomous cottonmouth pit viper. And I will never, ever go to Arkansas.
They have pit vipers in Arkansas?
Apparently. Animal Services was called. They could not really get it out. They had to fill the helmet with water to force the pit viper.
Guy's okay?
To come out. Yeah, he's fine. Didn't get bit.
Let me see.
Fortunately.
I see him. He's right there. See his head? To the right of that's where the bubble. See? That's his head.
Oh, there's his tongue.
His tongue. Oh.
You not get to him?
Go! God, son of a.
Grabbed it with
some tongs.
Oh my.
That was in his helmet.
Yeah.
God.
Bro.
Snake was in his helmet. All practice.
And he's just nestled in there like, oh, this is warm.
It's comfortable, warm.
Padded.
Cozy, padded.
Padded that little area.
Sweaty.
God, look at the hair on my arm. Dude.
I know.
Look, I am not.
Oh, God. I did not like that.
No, I know what a cottonmouth is, KG. I didn't know they had them in Arkansas. I don't know why. Cottonmouth. I don't know. Maybe we didn't call them cottonmouth vipers. I think we just called them cottonmouths when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But you're the water moccasin and the cottonmouth were the two that you were the most scared of when you were a kid. Period. The end. I hate snakes. Man, do I hate snakes. Oh, I don't. It's not for me. I'm not a big reptile person. My kids playing with lizards and stuff and frogs, and when we were in Hawaii, like, Dad, look at this frog. I was running for the stairs.
I could never do like even garter snakes or like little water snakes, or people would you grab them? Like, nope. I'm good.
As soft as it gets, my
I'm
friend.
good.
A little update to a pretty major DDT story this year. ESPN's Matt Miller. We've heard plenty about Matt Miller, and I'm telling you guys, man, every time a new thread comes out about him and the scams that he was running, these fantasy football charity scams that he was running, You can't wrap your head around it. One guy goes in and he does probably about a week's worth of research, and he starts cross-referencing tweets and dates to this guy's Facebook page. And he goes, well, when Matt said, he couldn't pay all these hundreds of people out, here he is in Florence, Italy. Here he is in Rome. Here he is in Paris, living it up. Here he is buying a new bottle of Pappy Van Winkle for $3,500. Like, it's so blatantly obvious what this guy did. Obviously, he paid a really bad price. He had a major car accident, lost an arm. Well, now he got hit with a misdemeanor count for failing to drive on the right half of the roadway, which caused a serious car crash in Missouri. And now, so he'll be charged with that. He lost that arm, as I did say, and it could carry up to 1 year in jail if convicted, along with the fine. He's scheduled to appear in court later next month. Seems to be the least of his problems, though, because he still owes lots and lots of money to people that he has not paid out. He was just running the scam. And so just be careful who your commissioner is. The commissioner is a very important position in fantasy sports.
Yeah, you can say karma, but I don't trust karma. A guy needs to face
fair.
The consequences in addition to just the karma of the bad car crash.
He lost an arm.
Yeah, but not because of what he did. They're unrelated. He lost an arm because obviously he was driving on the wrong side of the road.
He did.
Well, is it still a theory that he caused the accident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why he's being charged. But that is unrelated to his fantasy football. Right. That he also needs to be punished for that. The arm is not the punishment.
He needs to also pay all those people back.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
So the arm wasn't enough, is what you're saying.
Yes.
It's not for you.
He also needs to pay an arm and a leg. Sorry. All right, finally, a little do this.
Oh, my word.
One arm's not enough.
Yeah, an arm and a leg, he says. Unbelievable.
Mega doo-doo.
Continuing the story of our Sweetwater Valley Little Leaguers, and they have now moved.
That's so
one win
cool.
away from Williamsport in the semifinal winners bracket game yesterday.
Awesome.
They defeated Kauai Community Little League from Kauai, Hawaii, 6-0, which means they will now play Friday, one game only. It's not the double if they lose, it's over.
Yeah.
So you do have to win it, but they will have to play someone who goes through the losers bracket, uses a bunch of pitching. They'll have all their pitchers available,
So
including
they got their stud ready, right?
Alejandro Kirk's nephew. I've heard throws like 75 from 48 feet away, which is nuts. So they will be the favorites to advance to Williamsport, Pennsylvania in the West Region Final. And that game will be, I believe, telecast on ESPN at 6 p.m. on Friday night.
On ESPN, man.
I believe so.
Holy smokes. It's so cool. We had it on in here yesterday, and I always yell at Ben for being distracted when golf or tennis or something is on. And it was on, and I was distracted watching some games in here yesterday. I really love the Little League World Series, now more than ever.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back, we'll talk about the Padres surge with Bret Boone on a Big League Wednesday and get his reflections on his weekend in Seattle as one of the 50 greats for 50 years of Mariners baseball. Up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
What's brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. It is a Big League Wednesday. Our Big League team actually playing some pretty decent baseball right now, and we are joined by Odyssey MLB insider Bret Boone, host of the Bret Boone podcast, featuring weekly interviews with the most notable names in baseball. Insider calls presented by Grainger, with professional-grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. There he is, one of the 50 greatest Mariners of all time, celebrated over the weekend. Bret Boone is with us. Bret, you get to hang out with Griffey and Ichiro. How did it go last weekend?
It was long, but they did a really nice job. They always do, though. The first class as far as the event went. I usually go back to Seattle, probably once a year. I go up there for an event, and it's usually surrounds, you either go up there, throw out a first pitch and do a few things for them, or I'm going back there for the early 2000s team, the 2001 team. I get to see that group of guys quite a bit, but it was kind of cool having the 50 years covered. And you're hanging out with Alvin Davis and Bruce Bhakti. I can't tell you how many pretty cool conversations I had with Bruce Bhakti, who I met for the first time. and then it covers the gauntlet. Then it goes obviously through the 90s teams and Buhner and Griff and Harold Reynolds, and then you go to my generation, which was the early 2000s, or not my generation, my teams. I get to see Johnny Olerud and all the guys. Joel Pinheiro is a good friend of mine, Raul Ibanez, and then you go to the King Felix era, and that so it was pretty cool having all of us in one spot. But it was a long weekend. And it was a rough weekend for those Mariners. I think they scored 3 runs in 4 games.
Oh, yeah, they've been struggling.
They're dying, man. It's got to drive that fan base crazy because they've got the arms, they've got the talent to do it. Cal Raleigh, like falling off a cliff, is just it's bananas. Arozarena's not hitting. Julio, is a decent year, but not. They need 30 home runs from that guy every year.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just. There's a lot of stars though, man, this year, Booney. Like you see what Vlad Guerrero Jr. isn't doing in Toronto. You see what Tatis hadn't been doing until recently for the Padres. And what do you attribute it to? I see it, a lot of arguments online every day, and I don't try not to wade in too much, but we've talked a little bit about the velo and perceived velo and all that stuff before, but I just feel like pitching has just gotten really, really good.
Well, I don't know. It's
I know you hate pitchers. I know you hate pitchers. I know that's part of
I don't know that I buy it. I mean, I agree, and I think you're naive if you sit back in your rocking chair and say, "Oh, they don't throw any harder than when we throw."
Right.
Of course they do. Of course they're throwing harder now than when I came up. Yes. You look sports across the board. Everything improves with technology and experience and knowledge. Everything gets better. The athlete is better today. It's just a fact. They do throw harder consistently across the board. There's always outliers. The stars of every generation. Well, you take that aside. I'm talking about on average. Yes, there's more finances put into the bullpens these days. So you're getting better arms in the bullpen. Whereas in my day, it was pretty much starter. You were groomed to be a starter. When you weren't good enough to be a starter, they throw you in the bullpen. Now they're coming out saying as hard as you can as for an inning, as hard as you can possibly go, and we're going to put you in the bullpen. So when you say, Woodsy, it's better, I don't know that it's better. Is the stuff more electric? Is there more spin? Yes, but as far as the pitchers being better as pitchers, I don't know that. Fair. I don't know that I agree with that. But yeah, I agree with velocity is up. That being said, that strike zone's a lot smaller than it used to be.
Yeah.
So you're seeing people, manage the strike zone quite a bit. As far as the big drop-offs, Cal Raleigh's hitting 159. I mean, that is – I've heard, everybody has down years. You have a great year, the expectations are through the roof, and you have a subpar year and the fans hate you for a while. Okay, I get it. But going from 60 homers to hitting 159.
It's unfathomable.
And
Manny
like
Machado, Manny Machado he was hitting not far from that for most of the season. And I know what Padres fans are saying here. Like, what the hell were Mariners fans saying? Were they ready to just ship Cal Raleigh off after that?
It's a point. It gets to a point where you don't know what to say to him. I mean, we had events, and I know right now when as a player, when I was on teams and we were scuffling, and I was personally scuffed, the last thing you want to do after a ball game is go to a cocktail hour with the ex-greats. That sounds like a blast. And so they can all look at us uncomfortable. So they can all look at us uncomfortably, and we can get the, hey, how's it going? I mean, I went up to Cal, and I just kind of looked at him, and I just kind of put my hand on his shoulder. I said, hey, hang in there.
Yeah, that's it. Hang in there is the worst, though.
That's amazing.
He's looking at me like, why don't you hang in there, Boone? You're not 0 for your last 15, but you don't know what to say. Danny Wilson's a good friend of mine. He's the skipper. I can see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
He's hurting. I walked up to Edgar. I said, Edgar, you were a hell of a hitting coach at 25. What happened? You forget how to teach these guys how to hit?
Amazing.
I don't know what to do except for to make light of the situation because there's nothing else you can do. Of course, Edgar isn't a terrible hitting coach. Kevin Seitzer's not a terrible hitting coach, but they're 30th in baseball.
Right.
The players, this is players. That's why coaches are background players, and the players are players, the ones that do it. I saw Mike Maddox was on my coaching staff a year ago in Texas, and beloved, and one of the most respected pitching coaches in the game last year in Texas. Was number one. Our staff was at the top of all the charts. Now he goes to Anaheim and he's at the bottom of all the charts, and he gets fired. Is Mike Maddox is he a terrible pitching coach now? No, he's a revered pitching coach. He's a guy who's been doing it for a long time. It's just that staffs are different. I remember Leo Mazzoni when I played in Atlanta. I used to look at Leo and go, they talk about you like you're this guru. Are you any good? And he just looked at me and said, Booney, if you got Smoltz, Maddox, and Glavine, you'd be pretty good pitching coach too. 100%. And I said, that sums it up. So we, as coaches, we can't take ourselves too serious. We're there to do the best job we can, help in the ways we can. But at the end of the day, players drive the bus.
Talking to Bret Boone on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking, it's better. I heard there was an alumni home run derby that went on with the festivities. Yes. Did you participate, and what did that look like?
Absolutely not. No.
Smart man, dude.
No. And when it started, I was so glad I didn't do it. Cameron did it, and I was impressed. He hit 2, and Cameo, he's 53 years old. Yep. Ichiro, it didn't surprise me that Ichiro had a good showing, but it was Montero. It was Nola who was playing like a week ago.
He's already.
Yeah, he's playing in the. He's
one of the 50 greatest Mariners.
What? No.
That was just a home run derby.
Okay. It was just a home run derby. And I'm like, you can't compete with youth. I mean, these guys were just playing yesterday. In my 30s, I could launch homer after homer when I'm at my age. I just thought about going out there, killing myself for 2 minutes and struggling to hit 1 or 2. It didn't sound.
No.
I wanted to remain cool in the fans of the Northwest eyes, and remember bat flipping, going opposite barrel 15 rows up, not struggling to hit one over the fence down the line and left.
Booney, didn't you didn't you wear a Mariners uniform in the actual home run derby?
Actual? Yes. Well, what do you mean?
Like you were a Mariner in the home run derby, right? So you go back for the 50th.
Yeah,
I would be like, you have to do it.
Well, I have for a fee. $100,000 I would have done it.
For a fee.
Here was my question. And they were badgering me about it. They really wanted me. I said, first of all, you guys should do a softball home run derby, because I said then Griffey, myself, Buhner, you might even be able to coax Edgar to get him out there. Now that's who the fans want to see hit home runs. I said, but on a real field, that's what I said to him. I said, here's the deal. If you get notes from Buhner, Edgar, and Griffey agreeing to do the home run derby, then I'll do it. And then they said, well, no, they're not doing it. And I said, of course not. There's a reason they're not doing it.
100%.
I don't want to go blow my back out, but it was still entertaining. Ichiro put on a show. He did. I mean, people forget he's 53 and he hit 6 or 7 homers. And I'm like, just to do that is really impressive. So as usual, the Mariners did a great job. They rolled out the red carpet. They put on a great show. It's just the team's not playing very good.
No, they're not. And conversely, the San Diego Padres are, Booney. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
You guys are hot.
It's
4
hot.
straight, 5 of 7. You got 17 hits last night.
The Brewers are a great team. I mean, best team in baseball.
They're a great team.
And you beat a couple of really good arms. That's what gives me a little, that's what gives me hope, when you go out and beat those guys.
You know what I was intrigued by? Tatis hit a ball out the other way.
Yeah, 100%.
And we've talked about his swing all year, and he's been all over the place. He's a lot of moving parts, and the power's been a question. To hit a ball out the other way, you've got to do everything right. You cannot have a flawed swing to go opposite barrel. It's just impossible. I mean, you could flare a hit over the other way,
sure,
but when you start hitting home runs the other way, that's a really good sign, because everything has to be on time. Your weight has to be in the right position. It was really good to see that from Tatis last night. That and it just seems like they find new heroes. It starts with Laureano Sheets has been there all year, but then it goes to Andujar, to Taylor. Now it's Reindl. Hitting the grand slam. It's pretty cool. Campusano hasn't gotten that much. He's missed a lot of time this year, but he's been great. when
been
he's
awesome.
been healthy. So it's pretty cool to watch these guys. Getting Mize and Ray at the deadline, I think, is going to be great. Adding that to King. Buehler had another nice outing last night. That bullpen is money, and especially the end of it. And if you get Adam back at the beginning of September, these guys are in good position. I mean, it went from Padres, what are we thinking, to what they did at the deadline, and the way the guys are starting to pick it up on the offensive side with that bullpen already being really good, like right up there with the best. It's almost like the Padres, they can go deep into this postseason. They really could. So
crazy. You feel that.
It went
but you
from a
gotta get
crazy
there.
year to,
Yeah.
of course you got it. And they snuck in right now. As of now, they are in the wild card, I believe. Is that true?
They're
yeah,
tied
they are.
with the Phillies and the Diamondbacks for the last two spots. So two of those three are in. One of them would be out. I'm not sure how the tiebreakers play out currently with a three-team.
Pretty cool.
Boone, I wanted to ask you, because I was talking about it earlier. Now, August, dog days of summer, and even for teams that are in playoff contention, the schedule kind of is a real thing. The travel, lots of days. Padres are 26 out of 27. Brewers haven't had a day off since July 23rd, and now on the road. How much can that affect a team and players as it wears on you at this point in the season?
Drink more beer. You'll never forget that 5-hour flight's an hour. No, I'm kidding. I think for me, that's what I loved the most about Seattle was the weather, and it never was hot. It's not humid. Southern Cal, same thing. The downside is you're playing in Seattle. We log the most miles during the season, but I'll take the nice temperature, the good weather over the travel. The travel is just what it is. You wake up in the next city. Sometimes you don't know you're coming or going. They point you to the plane, get on the plane, get off the plane. The travel's not that big of a deal. It's just where do you play? You play on the East Coast where you got that humid weather every day in your face. That's what I remember wearing on me more than anything. And if you're in a pennant race, you're a young man, you got youth on your side, that pumps you up enough to where the dog days of summer don't exist. The dog days of summer exist when you're the Kansas City Royals now, or you're the Colorado Rockies. That's when it's like, how are we going to go on? You got to find a way. But when you're in a pennant race and your team just added to your team at the deadline, you're playing well, you really don't think about it. I'm being honest. You really don't think about it. It's not like, the wear and tear of this travel is really starting to get to me. It really doesn't, because the adrenaline's so high, and at the task at hand is we got to get to the playoffs. It's exciting. It's when you fall out, or sometimes if you have too big of a lead, if you have a 10, 15 game lead, then all of a sudden the travel and the long summer starts to get to you. But when you're in the hunt, you're fighting, you don't even think about it. You got plenty of time to rest when the season's over.
Booney, really appreciate it as always. We will talk to you again next Wednesday. Things getting pretty interesting down here, to say the least.
It's going to be fun. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Booney.
There is Bret Boone, Odyssey MLB Insider, brought to you by Grainger, with professional grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. So not necessarily the dog days of August, but you did mention that, a team like the Brewers that have been best record and are going to make the playoffs. I don't remember what their fan graphs is at, but probably 99% chance that they're going to make the playoffs at this point. You may lose a little bit of your edge at this point in the season, and then you're trying to ramp it back up in September.
99.9.
99.9% chance to make the playoffs. It does, you want to hold on to the 1 seed, or at least a bye in the first round, but I can see where you may not be like, okay, we need to just kill ourselves every day to win every last game. You're going like, all right, we got a month, and then September we need to be locked in and ramping back up for October. But when you're so far ahead, you may not play your best baseball right now. And I think Padres take advantage of that the last couple of days.
I couldn't agree more. You're seeing it. You're seeing teams right in front of your very eyes. It happened to them, and it's, LA won the last two, I think by a run each, but they're not playing their best baseball of the season. But again, remember, they have reinforcements coming. One landed last night in Blake Snell after a fresh 6 months off, came back and dealt for them pretty well. But yeah, I mean, they're going to be fine. They'll find a way to turn it on. So you got to prepare for that as well. Because you have a series with them at the end of the year, right before you take on the Diamondbacks. You could still be neck and neck with the Diamondbacks. They don't, I know they lost last night, Benny, but they're a scary team. They are a scary team. They got a good manager. They got good pitching. Like it's
Yeah, I
going to
don't
be.
think they're going away.
I don't think so either.
We'll talk more about it. We got our MLB Reacharound in the second half of Ben and Woods, and Sammy Levitt going to join us in our next hour. All baseball coverage.
Go ahead.
97.3 The Fan, presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that.
Big show announcement.
Yes. Relates to something that Bret Boone actually just mentioned as well during his interview.
How excited
about
are you?
that? Not at all, really. Coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods 97.3. The Fan got our pal Sammy Levitt coming up in 35 minutes. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer, and Ben Higgins is your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Get a lot of DMs every day about, not every day, but a couple times a week about our intro song, right? Better Living Through Chemistry by Queens of the Stone Age. And I'll get messages from time to time. Woodsy, what was that song you guys played coming back from break? And I can never remember. But we just refreshed some of the music, and or I did, and I have about 18 slots left. And instead of letting Ben do it, I'm turning it over to the tier ones.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're turning it over to me.
No. I'm going to turn it over to the tier ones. If you've ever wanted to hear like one of your favorite jams, it's got to sound good, though. It's got to fit, right? Like Christopher Cross isn't going to play. Great song, Sailing, but it's not going to play as a return.
So can you explain what you're kind of looking for, like some of the characteristics of the music?
It's got to come out hot, right? It can't be a big long lead up, long intro.
Not every song has to be intense, and
I'm not saying it has. It doesn't have to be intense, but it can't have a long,
slow build up.
You
can't go right to the lyrics. Usually, you need a little music.
Right. You need a little
That's
music. So, yeah, I mean, if you've listened to the show, you know music's really important to us. So, I've got 18 slots left. So a perfect example, Don't Change by NXS. Great song. Too long of an intro. Right? It takes too long. And, I'm not going to make Paulie go in and edit the beginnings out. So, just comes out of the gate firing, maybe a little drum beat or something, I mean, there's a million examples.
Tim says Orinoco Flow by Enya.
That probably wouldn't work.
See, I'd enjoy that.
Therapist Sam says, give me Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets is fantastic. Well, you guys don't have to do anything. I'll do it.
So I'm saying if Orinoco Flow is the suggestions we're getting, I'm thinking this is.
So just send, I'm not going to go back through the chat. So you're going to have to tweet me at the Stephen Woods. I'm not looking for engagement. I don't get paid for Twitter. So I couldn't care less, but tweet me at the Stephen Woods or at Ben Woods. Let's say you're in a band and you've got a killer song.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. So you're a local band.
Feel like it would be a good, bumper music for a radio show.
That's it.
Love to support some local musicians.
100%. Can you name one local musician?
Switchfoot.
Well done.
We did just add some Switchfoot.
We did. Well done. Can you name two local musicians?
The
Don't
other
say
guy
Blink 182.
Don't say Blink 182.
Yeah, I can name another local musician.
Don't look at the chat. Look up. Stop looking at the screen.
Okay, so say like San Diego musician.
Like
local.
An artist from San Diego.
Right. The Eddie Vedder. That doesn't really count, does it? No. Another local musician. And I can't say Blink 182. That's already been taken.
This is unbelievable.
Time.
Yeah, he's out. There's a million. Not a million, but anyway. So if you want to do that, you can tweet us at the Stephen Woods or at Ben and Woods, and I'll go through, listen to them, and then throw them on.
I like the idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You also, I understand why you don't want my help on this. I totally get that, but you can't also be I have to do it by myself, but I also won't allow anyone else to do it.
I just gave 18 people a shot. What are you talking about? I mean, is there another one that you want to add?
No, I'm good. I'm
sure?
glad that you have taken it upon yourself. I think you've done an excellent job with our music over the years.
Appreciate it.
I've learned some new songs.
Yep.
I've enjoyed. I don't feel like there's like a bad song in our entire musical library.
I feel like once they start to get bad, I boot them out. But we haven't done the refresh in a while, so yeah, we could do. No, I'm not even going to say it. We also have a big show announcement. How could you forget Bobby Cressy, by the way?
Oh,
local musician extraordinaire, Bobby Cressy.
I play all kinds of Bobby Cressy in our show.
Okay, the Mighty Untouchables. 100%, Ben. Let's do. Should we tell everybody what the big news is? Very exciting times.
We've been authorized to share this news with our tier ones, so you can make plans if you'd like to join us. What's the date? September 8th, I believe. Tuesday, September 8th. the Padres will be taking on
the Reds.
The Cincinnati Reds at
I believe it's
Petco
Fernando
Park.
Tatis Jr. bobblehead.
Oh, no. It is?
I believe
No one told
it
me
is.
this. All right. So it's a bobblehead night. Cincinnati Reds. So you're going to have standing room only crowd.
Packed.
Pennant race.
Tuesday,
big game.
September 8th against the Nationals.
The Nationals.
The
not the
Nationals.
Reds. All right, the Nationals.
And it is Fernando Tatis Jr. City Connect bobblehead night.
You're kidding me.
Am I insane? I thought it was the Reds. I told my kids it was the Reds. They were all excited. They get to see Ellie De La
They
Cruz.
wear red uniforms sometimes, but they're not the Reds. They're the Nationals.
I mean, you could pull out your phone and show them Ellie De La Cruz still, but he's not going to be there.
So for the second time,
Nationals.
Your pals, Ben, Woods, and Paul, will be throwing out a ceremonial first pitch at the Padres game.
Come on.
That's absolutely incredible. You nervous?
Yeah. I have now even more pressure than last time, which, of course, didn't go particularly well between
Let's see how
Johnny Brito being unable to pick my slightly low throw, and then I panicked and ran off the field before we could take a picture. I am
Ben,
somewhat terrified.
Come back.
Stop.
Ben, come back. Ben. Oh, he's just trying to get a picture. Oh, here the throw looked pretty good. Brito short hopped it. Oh man.
I just know that this time I'm going to sail it and airmail
And then
it
you
'cause
walk right off.
I
and we had
don't
to
want
take
to
a
bounce
picture.
it. I was flustered by the whole experience. I really was hoping it would just be something catchable in the air. And it's really embarrassing when he has to go chase the ball, like bounces off three people and runs around and has to chase it around.
Could we go one at a time? Would that be better? Because I feel we were real tight, and it's hard to throw with somebody right next to you.
Yeah, it was. We were close. I was nervous.
Very close.
This was 2 seasons ago.
That was our girl Presley.
Yeah.
who
Presley.
works with the team and
trying to get a picture.
Yeah, we throw the pitch. You meet kind of halfway between the mound and the plate. We met all 3 of the players.
Show 'em again.
And then 2 of us turn to take the photo, and Ben just walks away.
Show the video.
I'm not
again.
going to lie. It was one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my life.
Yeah, you wouldn't talk. Like you were
I
feeling
was,
it.
I was pretty nervous. I mean, weren't you guys?
Yeah, I was nervous.
Weren't
for
you
sure.
guys super
I kind of
nervous?
blacked out, honestly.
I mean, it is. Ugh.
Paulie goes kind of up. Like Paulie would have drilled a lefty.
Let's see. Yeah.
And I don't even know that it was the crowd. The crowd was fine. Padres
I
fans.
think you did a great frame of mine.
Yeah.
He brought it back.
Yeah.
You had the plate to aim at as
did,
well.
thank
I was
God.
throwing into a
And
batter's box.
Higgy had, to
catcher.
Higgy had to reach across.
But he brought
Ben
it back.
skipped it, and then I was high and
High
outside.
and high. Yeah. You want up is fine.
I had
Down
no problem
is
with
not.
up. Yeah.
up is fine.
I told myself, if you're missing
miss
high.
up. if
But,
you're gonna
but the
miss.
worst
which
miss,
is
the worst
different
miss
in
is
real
the air,
pitching.
the worst miss is the airmail, though.
Yeah, the airmail's the worst.
That's the worst possible miss.
How'd you hold it?
I just went like
Oh my gosh.
four seam.
Four seam?
Yeah.
You can see Ben. He I didn't see it the first time. He puts his hands on his head when he bounced it.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Watch him in the corner. Like you see him right there. On
Okay,
the
now
left.
see that looks fine.
It on the way it looks good. It just died at the end. I just had too much sink on the splitter or something.
And he just
Bounced
turned
it.
his head.
I was just so wanting it to be caught because obviously I knew if he didn't, we would be playing this video for years and years. And now we have played this video for years and years, and it haunts me every single time we watch
Well,
it.
it's not that bad. I mean, you didn't throw that bad of a pitch. It wasn't Baba Booey doing it, which is the worst of all time. I mean, it was,
You know who
terrible.
else? Our beloved Ryan Cohen.
Ryan Cohen did not have a good first
one.
pitch. Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of them. Ryan Cohen can throw. He can play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get a little nervous. It happens.
Yep, it happens. So I wouldn't sweat it. We can work on it too if you want.
Yeah, we might need to do a.
But you've done it now,
practice
so
session.
it should be easier.
Yeah. That one time is definitely going to get my muscle memory locked in for
you remember it.
September 8th.
I can't wait. So September 8th against the Nationals. Sorry, kids.
Video of Ben just walking away.
It's so good. It's just one of my favorite nights. We had such a good time.
Well, it's nice of the Padres to invite us. I know they needed the help selling tickets to a Fernando Tatis Jr. bobblehead night.
Right.
That one, yeah. There's going to be a lot of people there for this one.
Yeah,
and there's going to be a lot of people there early
I know.
by the time
That's
the first pitch
Everyone's
happens.
going to be in their seat already with their bobbleheads. Oh,
yeah, 50 cents was as bad, if not worse. Than,
I am quite appreciative of the invitation from the San Diego Padres.
Can't wait.
Thank you very much.
That's a once in a lifetime thing.
It's a twice in a lifetime
and now
thing
we
now.
do it twice. It's unbelievable.
It's so fun. If you please come on out, we'll have some fun that night. Certainly, it's going to be great.
So I'll be throwing out the first pitch and then boarding a plane to Chicago the following morning.
The next morning.
Not
That's
bad.
Right. Not a bad 24 hours.
Go to Chicago, come back that Monday will be my birthday.
So even
Look
if
at
you
that.
mess,
that's
even
nice
if you
6
mess it
days
up,
right there.
Yeah, if you mess it up, you don't have to be on the air.
You can't. You can do nothing for a week with.
Well, no, then you guys can.
We get to rip
make
him.
fun of me when I
Yes,
can't
you
defend
hear.
myself
That's
when I'm
true.
30,000 feet above.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Love it. Can't wait for that. Thank you to the Padres. It'll be a blast.
Anyone want to go from the actual pitcher's rubber?
I would love to.
I don't think we're allowed.
Sometimes they
three
do.
people
when it's
can't
one
do it.
person.
Three can't. That's
I've
when
seen
one
it.
person goes back and does it.
When it's one person, I think you get the option.
I think I would vomit. I throw a lot. I throw a lot of BP. I throw a ton. I throw all the time, 5, 6, 7 days a week sometimes. And I would still, that's a lot from the rubber. And you don't want to mess up the mound either.
We have a lot of people to fix it. If you
I
do.
know. Still, that's so
All right.
cool though.
All right.
Which three players you think catches us?
Oh.
I'd guess probably Toddy, Manny, and Jackson.
I am pretty sure I'm getting Jace Bowen.
I'll get JP Sears. He'll be up for a time. Just fine. I don't care.
Yeah. And then Griffin Canning going to come out. And,
Yeah. Fine by me.
Probably.
I'm a big leaguer, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care. Satan's Blowfish wants to know if we take suggestions for the topic wheel, like you wouldn't believe.
Oh God, yeah, we need more questions.
Can I give your email out, Paulie?
Send
here?
your musical suggestions and topic wheel questions to
just send them to Woods.
at the Stephen Woods on Twitter.
Why break a good thing?
Yeah,
right
that's
now?
fair.
You know?
I'll just do it.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line. We've got 2 categories remaining this week for Take on Woods. Chance to win, instant win tickets to see Zach Top at Pechanga Arena. You can call now. Zach Top.
Got it.
Pechanga Arena. Call now 833-288-0973. It's music or television is what we've got for you today. 833-288-0973. Back with Take on Woods and then Sammy Levitt next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. SDFatLoss.com is the way you can lose weight safely, quickly, and hopefully permanently. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days when I went through the program. That was 3 years ago, summer of 2023. I have kept the weight off over the last 3 years. Changes my metabolism, really changes the way I thought about food going forward. I had tried other programs that didn't change the way I thought about food because I was eating shakes and bars instead of meals. So once I went back to food, nothing was different. With SDFatLoss.com, I was prepared to keep the weight off, lose it, and then keep it off. That's the real key. With GLP-1 injections, you may lose some weight, but it often comes in the form of muscle, lowers your metabolism, makes it really hard to keep the weight off, especially if you stop taking the injections. Otherwise, you're just on them forever, weeks and weeks and months and years at the cost of skyrocketing cost of the injections. Why not try this way? 2 months, up to 10%, 20% of your body weight, pound of fat per day at SDFatLoss.com. Get your free consultation by going online. And when you sign up now, take $200 off the program at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I've already bitten off more than I can chew with this music bit. Now people are texting me. So I've got, but Craig Elson just threw one to me, and I go, it's an instant ad. Can't believe I hadn't added it before.
Okay.
Boss Skaggs Lido Shuffle is perfect.
Oh,
it's a perfect.
Whoa,
and
I love that song.
We know it scratches your itch as well, so it's kind of a 2 for 1. So Craig's the first one in. We got 17 to go.
Making me very happy. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We got a contestant on the line. You ready to play? Let's get to it. It's time for some Take On Woods. Take On Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm Security and Fire Alarms for every business. We got you. Shout out to Cole and Jordy in the San Diego Wave offices right now. They never miss Take On Woods. They like playing along. They've enjoyed the changes this year with the new categories. Some new, some old, like today's contestant, Roger, longtime contestant on Take On Woods. Welcome back, Roger. It's been a while.
Well, old is the operative word there for sure. How you doing?
I'm good. How have you been?
Good, very good. I'm excited to win Zach Bryan tickets.
It's Zach Top. They don't get them confused.
Parrot Top tickets.
No,
I'm sorry. That's it.
The Bryan Top brothers of some sort. It's Zach Top at Pechanga Arena. You can get your tickets at AXS.com. It's on September 17th if you'd like to attend yourself. I know you just really are in this for the competition, though. Are we going with music, bet the under, all 2-second songs, or are we going with TV on the job, 5 TV series centered on the workplace? Which one are we going with?
Let's go straight up music and give him the category.
I thought so. All right. He wants a straight up game against Woods. 5 2-second songs. They all include the word under in the title. I think this is very doable for both of you. See how everybody else does out there. You need to give me, of course, the song title and the artist from each 2-second clip to score the point. Roger, are you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Paulie, we good to go?
Ready.
All right, let's do this. 60 seconds on the clock. Again, the music category is Bet the Under, all 2-second songs. Your time begins when we play our first clip. Good luck, Roger. Let's take on Woods.
Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Correct. Song number 2.
Under My Thumb, Rolling Stones.
Correct. Song number 3.
Down Under, Men at Work.
Correct. Song number 4.
Under Pressure, Queen, David Bowie.
Correct. And for the win.
Sometimes when this place gets kind of empty.
Ooh.
I always make the last one a little tougher. Give it to him one more time, Bolly.
Sometimes when this place gets kind of empty.
Oh, everybody's yelling at me right now. I don't know that song. That's not
it's a little
ringing
newer.
a bell for me.
All right. Woods might not get it either.
Sometimes when this place gets kind of empty.
5 seconds.
It sounds like David Bowie a little bit.
Does, but it's not.
Actually,
no, I don't know that
it's
one.
It's actually one I like quite a bit. It's Under the Milky Way by The Church. I don't know if Woods is going to get that one or not. You got the first 4, though. Let's bring him in. See how he does. All right, this will be fun. It is music. Okay. It's all 2-second songs, and you're playing Roger, who loves to go straight up. So the category is called Bet the Under.
Bet the Under. Okay.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock.
Give me the over.
No, bet the under.
It's the under.
The under.
No, out of the juice.
Time begins with our first 2-second song. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Roger.
Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Correct. Song number 2.
Under My Thumb, the Rolling Stones.
Correct. Song number 3.
Down Under by Men at Work.
Correct. Song number 4.
Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie.
Very good. All right, for all the marbles.
Sometimes when this place
Under the
gets
Milky Way by The Church.
Ah, you got it. Roger did not get the last one.
Top 5 favorite songs of all time. It's not close.
I agree. I think that's a phenomenal song.
The phenomenal band.
Sometimes when this place gets kind of empty.
Very good. Can we put that in our rotation of music, or is it too lyrical? For
No, it's. I think
Ben
that
Woods. I really like that song.
it may have a little bit.
Sorry, Roger. Thank you for playing. It's been a while. You can try again at any time, but Woods takes it 5-4 today.
Save those tomatoes. Tier 1s
Yeah,
in the
music.
chat.
Tough to beat. Tough to beat Woodsy in the music category. I applaud
was
Roger for taking the chance and giving you the category. I don't think the category would have made a huge difference if you didn't know it.
If you
either.
said that was one of your top 5 songs, you were going to get it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, anyways.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Thank you, Benny. Finally
Good stuff.
won in my
And,
favor.
Hopefully Cole and Jordy at the Wave enjoyed today's game. They never miss Take on Woods.
Oh, really? They love Take on
Woods.
Woods.
They told us that they love Take on Woods. When I went
How much free
yesterday.
stuff did they give you? You shouted them out about 6 times
seriously.
today.
Anything.
He shouted them out right when you left, and then he shouted them out again. I'm like,
Glory
they gave you
hole in
something.
there. What's going on?
Yeah, right.
There it was. Glory hole.
Cole and Rod. What's his name? Cole
Jordy.
and Jordy.
Female Jordy,
Okay.
male Cole.
All right. Man, you love those guys and girls.
They appreciated Take on Woods. We had a long discussion, and I said, I take the responsibility of creating those categories very, very seriously. I want, and I don't always succeed, but I want good games. I don't want it 5-5 every time.
Right.
I want it 0-0. My goal is to kind of make it increasing in difficulty, something that you can play along at home. Maybe if you're not great in a category, you only get 1 or 2. If you nail one, 4 or 5 is a good score, but it shouldn't be kind of the same every day. It should always be a little bit different.
You were Satan's Blowfish as you're trying to milk that swag bag that you got from the Wave yesterday.
I do own a Wave hat or 2 somewhere at home
Yes.
from the past, but I got nothing yesterday from other than a good story. Nothing came home with me from the San Diego Wave.
Carlos says, I appreciate Take on Woods. Can I get a shout out?
Yes,
shout
Carlos.
out done.
Carlos,
Shout
I've
out
always
SD.
said, great tier 1 who appreciates Take on.
Shout out to
Very much.
Carlos.
Shout out to Carlos. He doesn't work for the Wave though, so
Fine.
yeah, it feels good to get back in the win column.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, in-season Sammy, he's going to the dentist tomorrow, taking care of some business. So get him a day early. Good day for it, though, with the Padres riding a 4-game winning streak. More on yesterday's 11-2 win over the Milwaukee Brewers, and series finale day baseball coming up for you at 1:10 today. It's Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour on 97, This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools. Voice cracked for a second. Swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years.
He's dead now.
Baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for 20% off new service plans in 2026.
Holy cow. Your voice never cracks.
That's a rarity for me.
It's deep and rich.
That was an unexpected voice crack. I doubt our next guest's voice cracks very often.
He also is deep and rich, Samuel.
Very deep, rich voice as we're joined by Padres pre- and post-game show host in season Sam Levitt. Oh, on video as well. Already at the ballpark, getting ready for early baseball today at Petco Park. Good morning, Sammy.
Yeah, I slept here. I actually didn't go home.
Attaboy.
Right here inside the Western Metal Building. Had them bring in a cot, little pillow, little blanket. Woke up to the sunrise beyond right field, and here I am.
And
right
you
early, ready to go.
You are on today because you have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Is that right?
I have a doctor appointment.
Oh, doctor. Because I was going to say, if I just have this feeling that when Sammy lays down the dentist chair, it's a different experience than when I do. Like, they're like, you're good. We're fine. We don't need to do anything. No scraping.
Woods needs a root canal.
I got to get a root canal sooner than later.
I'm pretty lucky. I've never had any major dental work outside a couple of cavities, although I am very particular about my dentist. I actually drive, believe it or not, to Tustin in Orange County to go to the dentist.
What?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I didn't really love the dentist I was going to here when I moved to San Diego initially, and I didn't think he did a great job with some of the work he did. So I was going to a dentist for like some jaw stuff.
Yeah.
And they do regular dentistry. So I said, well, when I come up here, why don't we just do the regular dentistry work? And now I go up there. They do a great job. I'm a firm believer. If you find a good dentist, worth the trip.
I mean, I go to Santa Barbara to get my shoes shined. It's great. It's best in the business, you know. Like when I need for my formal events a couple times a year, I just take a nice 9-hour drive and head up.
My therapist is actually in Yuma. It's not that far. It's a pretty easy drive.
Gee, Tustin, Sammy. Holy cow, you have to go a whole day just to go get your teeth cleaned.
I make a day out of it. I either go on an off day during the baseball season or during the off season. I certainly can usually make a day out of it. So I'm people probably don't realize this. I'm weird like that. Like,
I know, I am
weird
too.
Things like that, quirky things like that, where I'm like, sure, why not?
I love that Sammy came to move to San Diego, found a dentist, was like, this guy's not cutting the mustard. I'm going to Orange County. Like, there's one dentist to try here. I tried one, and I'm not going to any more. I'm not going to waste my time here. I'm going to OC. I love it, Sammy. You are 1 in a billion, my friend. Well, this has been pretty fun. I imagine the tone and tenor of the post-game show has been a little bit different as of late. The last couple of weeks, for sure. Padres playing much better baseball, much more enjoyable watch every night.
Yeah, you know what? It really gives me right now with the way they're playing, and I'll preface this by saying that there's a long way to go. There's 40-plus games remaining, and even with all the winning the Padres have done, 14 out of their last 18 games, they still wake up this morning only tied for a playoff spot, and I do think that's important to remember. However, the last couple of days with the way they're playing, the complete nature of their wins, the additions to the starting rotation, and I think more than anything, the way this offense is playing and the way Merrill and Tatis are playing in particular, it is starting to give me some 2024 regular season second half vibes where this team just got absolutely rolling and they were clicking all at once. Really for the first time all year. I mean, you guys remember in 2024, they were hovering around 500 up until the All-Star break, and then they got hot and it never stopped until obviously it did stop at the worst possible time. However, in the regular season, this is starting to feel a little bit like that. And I just think, you know, the first half of the year, and I thought Jesse and Tony had a good conversation on it last night, we constantly talked about it seemed like nothing was matching up. When the pitching was really good, the offense wouldn't be good. When the offense was good, the pitching wouldn't be good. And then you had the bullpen sometimes out of nowhere faltering, and it just feels like they are firing on all cylinders in a way that they really have not all year. And I think the offensive equation is such a big part of this. I think it raises the ceiling of this team so much, and it's been an unbelievable turnaround. I mean, I was talking about it pregame yesterday. If you look at their overall numbers, and this is no secret to you guys or people listening, but if you look at their overall numbers before the beginning of July, I mean, they're close to dead last in most offensive categories. And something happened about a month and a half ago where it just started to turn, and they've been one of the best offensive units in baseball for the last month and a half. Can they keep it up? We're going to find out, but this has been very, very encouraging. There's no doubt.
I think you make a good point because you said, we haven't really seen this. This is the second really good streak the Padres have been on, obviously in April, early May, when they built up their kind of early cushion. They also won 17-21 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it feels different. Like back then, it really did seem a bit like smoke and mirrors sometimes.
Luck, like a lot of luck.
A lot of late rallies, pulling games out of the fire. This, Sammy, wouldn't you say, has a different feel to how the Padres are winning games?
I think it's totally night and day. I think the beginning of the year very much felt like smoke and mirrors, to your point. They were getting it done, coming back late in games. Their offense was not performing well. Their stars were struggling mightily. This feels totally different to me. And again, it gives me the second half 24 vibes, because I think there was a point in that second half a couple of years ago where he kind of looked at him and said, you can really see it. Like, you can see where there is a deep postseason run in this team. And right now, with the way they're playing, you see it. They're starting rotation. I mean, guys, they had starters go 6 innings for only the second time in back-to-back games, for only the second time all season, the last 2 games between Mize and Buehler. That's unbelievable. So, and if you look at the starts with what Randy did against the Astros and what King did against the Astros, like, all of a sudden your starting rotation is stabilizing in a major way, and your offense is performing at this incredibly high level, and your bullpen is, and I still think is the strength of your team. So this is not smoke and mirrors. This is a team playing at a super, super high level. Can they continue it for the next month and a half? I think that's going to be the question. The only issue here is, like I said, you've played really well and you're only tied for a playoff spot. And I just get the feeling like this may come down to, between these 3 teams, the Phillies, D-backs, and Padres, who stumbles a little bit for a week or two, and that could make all the difference. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but this has been incredibly encouraging, no doubt.
Yeah, you're kind of in that zone, too, that you'll get in a couple times a year when the rotation is actually, like, doing better than it has before, where you don't want to be like Robbie Ray today. There's already pressure on Robbie Ray, but now it's all right. Well, Walker went out and delivered, and Casey went out and delivered, and Kinger went out and delivered. Like, I don't want to be the weak link guy. There's something to that, and it's cool when it happens. We've seen it over the years. We've had some good starting pitchers come through here, and I like that. So, Robbie Ray today, he's going to have his hands full, certainly with the Milwaukee Brewers. They're, you kick the hornet's nest for 2 nights, man. It's you're not going to be happy. They don't like to get swept
very often. They do not like getting swept.
That's exactly right. So he's going to have his hands full today, certainly, but has a good chance to acquit himself really well with Padres fans.
And I think you just have to hope with Robbie Ray, and I talked to him yesterday. We'll play the pregame interview today. Really good conversation with Robbie one-on-one that we'll play on the pregame today. But, he basically, echoed what Casey Mize had said earlier in the week, just the importance of getting back in a routine. I know people like to think you show up, you do your job, you're a baseball player, you're getting paid a lot of money, especially when you're a rental starting pitcher. Every start is magnified, but it is, I think it's pretty easy to see that, Mize not pitching for 11 days, Ray being thrown off his usual schedule, his usual routine. Those things do play an impact, especially for starting pitchers who are truly creatures of habit, and the prep process is really, really important. So I would hope that Robbie Ray has just better command today, has more the Ray type command that we've seen for a couple of months. He was kind of, didn't have the A+ command, certainly in that first start. So he talked about it yesterday, about getting back into the routine. And it just shows you the value, I think, with Mize and what he did the other night, just the value of having professional starting pitchers that can go out there and without a lot of trouble go throw up, 6 innings, 2 runs given up. And that's a huge reason why the Padres won that game on Monday night, right? I mean, there's there's a version of that game a few weeks ago when you're doing the pitching chaos thing where maybe you can't hold the Brewers to 2 runs and then give yourself an opportunity where Merrill has a chance late in the game to hit a big home run and basically flip the game. So just shows you the value of having guys like Mize and Ray, and hopefully Robbie Ray is a little sharper here today, because I agree with you. Look, the Brewers still have the best record in baseball. You don't build the best record in baseball by getting swept a whole lot. So I'm sure they will be motivated to come out today and pick up a win.
Sam Levitt on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And I'm glad to hear that you did get a chance to talk to Robbie Ray yesterday, because on Monday, I learned something about Sam Levitt when I was down in the clubhouse. He was targeting Robbie Ray for an interview for the pregame show, but saw that 2 or 3 other reporters had just approached him. It was even more. Yeah. Sammy's got a rule. He does not talk to a player. Well, go through your rules, Sam. I thought this was interesting. Sammy has a number of different rules about who he talks to before the game in the clubhouse.
Fascinating.
I do have some different rules. Now, I want to be clear. There are some that would disagree with these rules, who would say I am at times not aggressive enough. But the point is here, from the second week of February through October, I asked these guys to do a lot of interviews, pregame, postgame, and I never, because of the nature of my job, just my job in particular, I never want to walk up to guys and they say to themselves, oh, man,
dude,
here's
again.
Sam.
Yep.
And it's like a burden. And I think I've done a pretty good job at this. So what are my rules? Number one, if a guy is not at his locker, I don't approach him.
Fair.
Sitting on the couch, somewhere else in the clubhouse, don't approach him.
Fair.
Headphones on. I don't go up to him. I don't tap him on the shoulder with their headphones on. Some would. If I see 2 reporters go up to that player within the course of my time in the clubhouse, I'm not going to be the third. I'm not going to be the guy to go up to them and be like, all right, I'm sorry to double up. Now, sometimes you have to. Sometimes the circumstances call for it. A scrum is a little bit different. If other reporters go up to them and it's a scrum, fine, that's fair game. But a one-on-one with me, if I see 2 or till that was the situation Ben saw with Robbie Ray, because Robbie Ray had spoken to like 5 people within 15 minutes. And I was talking to one of my colleagues, I'm not going to name him, and I said, we're not going up there. We're not doing it today. I will not go up to Robbie Ray today and be the 6th guy in a line to go up and talk to Robbie Ray today, because I can't have Robbie Ray in 2 weeks look at me and say, no, I don't. Yeah, I got to go throw. I don't have time today.
Smart.
Can't do it.
It's very smart.
In the visiting clubhouse, and I told Ben this, the visiting clubhouse at Petco Park, like, yeah, I tend to be a little bit more like, whatever, because a lot of times it's the only time I'm going to talk to that guy all season. So with
the
them,
kid playing the long haul,
and they're not getting bothered by their hometown reporters when they're on the road.
Right.
So it actually is easier sometimes to go into a visiting clubhouse and get interviews than a home clubhouse.
I'm also, my job's different. I'm not Kevin. I'm not AJ.
Yep.
I'm not Dennis. I'm generally not looking for scoops. Okay. I don't have anything that is that pressing. Typically my pregame interviews, if I don't, and especially the one-on-ones, like if I don't get them that day, it's usually A-okay. So I like to think I really try to, tiptoe in a way and be respectful and understand kind of the natural flow of the clubhouse.
So what was it like going into the Brewers clubhouse and talking with Jacob Mizorowski?
Yeah. He's cool. You know what? His personality, it wouldn't seem like a guy who's throwing as hard as he is. I mean, he's just this very nice, but, kind of tall, lanky kid, but very well spoken, and clearly I think has kind of like, because one of the things I talked to him about was the first All-Star appearance in 2025. And, there was if you remember, a lot of controversy around that when he got selected for the All-Star game after a handful of appearances. And,
people got mad.
Yeah. And he essentially said to me, because I asked him, how do you reflect on that first All-Star appearance now and everything that went on around it? And he essentially said, expletive, people for doubting me. I've kind of shown him with what I've done, this year.
Yes.
And he has. I mean, he absolutely has. So, I think, he's kind of this tall, lanky, I don't know if nerdy is the right word.
No,
it's
it's
probably
fair.
a little strong, but he doesn't. He just seems like kind of a kid, like kind of a kind of a lanky kid that's still kind of
growing,
becoming a full adult. But man, he is he's really, really good, and I do think he's got a little bit of that in him. And the Padres are very lucky to miss him, because you look at his numbers this year, they're just astonishing, and he's been incredible, and I enjoyed it. He was really great, very gracious with his time, super, super well-spoken, and he's obviously, probably en route to his Cy Young Award. And, and I asked him too, like, I just think it's starting pitchers of that elk, I think, are so interesting. It's such a unique position to be in baseball and sports, where there's just something about a star young pitcher who's taken the league by storm, where every start you make is an event, both in Milwaukee and beyond it. He's got an awesome nickname, The Miz. Like, you're seeing a star, come into his own right before your eyes. And you guys know there's just something about like that young starting pitcher that takes a city by storm. And that's what it feels like The Miz is right now in Milwaukee and beyond. So he was outstanding. He was really, really good.
Yeah, we remember those Chris Paddock days here on Ben and Woods when a
under heavy
young pitcher came in. And
we want it to happen so badly.
It's so
maybe a little
bad.
too much sometimes.
Yeah, indeed.
But Sammy, really appreciate it.
Man, the era. Joey Lucchese, Eric Lauer. Remember those days?
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good broadcast today, pre- and post-game show. Hopefully all goes well at the doctor tomorrow. Enjoy first day off in 2.5 weeks for Sammy and the Padres. So, and then we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
There he is, Sam Levitt. Again, usually Thursdays. Get him on Wednesday this week. Good stuff, though. He also, I think, he had some nice comments about Mason Miller. Miz did when Sammy went into the clubhouse and just said how nasty he is and how incredible it is to watch Mason Miller pitch as well. But yeah, Miz is something else, that's for sure.
What I learned in the chat too during that is there's a new brand of floss that we should all be using called Cocoa Floss. I've never heard of it. Have you heard of Cocoa Floss, Paulie?
Mm-mm.
Well, I just bought some on Amazon. I'm going to show you.
It looks like
I'm going to show you
teeth almost.
I'm going to show you the price tag.
Floss price tag.
You're going to die. Just so you know, if you want to get some Cocoa Floss, I just bought that.
Oh, wow. What is it made out of? Is like coconuts?
Spun gold.
Like $40.
What the heck?
Cocoa Floss. They said it's the best.
So for about 1/6 that price, I bought a Costco-sized thing of the dental picks, like the one that Lyon Richardson was chewing on Monday night out of the Milwaukee Brewers bullpen. I have enough to last me for the next 11 years.
But this expands in your mouth. Expands in between your teeth and gets real. They said it will change your life when you go to the dentist. Hygiene. Yeah. I'm into it. Cocoa Floss. I just learned about it and bought some while we were talking to Sammy.
I'm glad that the dental chat is strong.
$38
in our YouTube stream.
For floss.
The Reindl Report will be strong as we kick off our final hour. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We Know How next year on 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods on a Wednesday. Still have our MLB Reacharound to get to. We will have Padres baseball for you. Sammy Levitt will be back with the Eco Water SoCal pregame show at 12:10 today. 1:10 first pitch. Padres against the Milwaukee Brewers. It's been a while since I feel like we've had a midweek day game.
Say the same thing. They had
at Petco Park.
They had all night games last homestand. So it's probably been like maybe a month since like the Wednesday day game.
So
planned
baseball under the sun. And by the way, I think it is still going to be fairly hot and humid out there. So stay hydrated if you're going to the game.
I had shorts on this morning, just so you know. I was going to come in shorts.
You did. I was stunned when you did it a few days ago.
It's so hot. It's got me in shorts.
And humid. That's the real killer that we don't usually have to deal with here. But August and sometimes a little bit into September, you get the monsoonal moisture coming up from the south.
You told me the other day when we were walking to our cars, Benny, you said it was the same dew point in San Diego as like Houston?
Texas. And Borrego Springs have the same dew point as Houston, Texas.
That's the most humid place on the planet.
You are as sticky as the South in San Diego County right now. Even in the deserts, it's been really, really bad lately.
Pretty gnarly.
And that, of course, makes it feel much hotter than it actually is. The feels like temperature they always talk about. When it's dry, perceived, it's not that bad, but when it's humid, it just settles on you, and you just can't get it off of you. That heat and sweatiness.
Chicago. Oh my God.
Chicago was
insane.
Tough. It was
so
tough.
Insane.
No
I
doubt
thought
about
Philadelphia was worse because Chicago was hot. It wasn't as hot in Philly, but it was the sticky, moist air that just disgusted.
That hungover day walking around Philly,
that was brutal.
I almost died.
Like Chicago, it was hot. You're like, I'm gonna get sunburned. Like
Yeah,
I didn't think we were gonna have any risk of sunburn in Philly. I just was like, this is gross.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. But yeah, good point, Fred. So we really complaining about San Diego weather right now? That's a great point. Sometimes you need to be brought back down.
I actually disagree because I feel like we pay for this weather.
I agree
like,
with that, yeah.
Significantly, a lot. We pay for this weather
Still
more
nice.
than
It's
anybody
nice
else
out.
does.
Like you can still go out.
Sure, comparatively, but
that's what he's saying. Don't compare because it's the best.
Let's also compare like what it costs to, for rent or to buy a house here because of the weather that we're supposed to be getting.
It's good. The weather's still good.
We
it's
could
good
go
weather.
get a mansion for $220,000 somewhere else and live in this kind of weather.
It's still good weather. Objectively, it's good weather. It's nice out. It's warm. It's
not
humid.
bad weather.
It's not bad weather. Bad weather is freezing and rainy and slop.
I trust we won't be dealing with any blizzards this winter.
We'll be good.
And if we do, then I want a refund.
Yeah, fair.
All right, let's get to the Reindl Report.
Okay.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest. Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hey guys, it's Paul here. Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you? I'm good. How are you doing today? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. Happy Wednesday, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. I thought it was Tuesday all morning.
I was like,
It's
wait,
great.
it is Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
That's a rarity. Usually you think
usually it's the other way.
the
I feel
other
great.
way. It's Thursday. No, it's only Wednesday.
That's right.
All right, where do we want to get started? We will get started in, I guess, the world of football. Had some breaking news earlier that the Los Angeles Lakers, after a whole year of being owned by Dodgers owner Mark Walter, they have been sold for $12 billion. So about $2.5 billion investment from when he purchased the team like about a year ago to today.
Like Ben said, flip this house.
Really, really crazy. But
you don't see guys buying teams to flip them ever.
No.
Maybe when you're under federal investigation, it was necessary. But then wouldn't the guys that wanted it say, "Well, you're under federal investigation. I'll give you
discount."
$8."
You lost LeBron while we were doing all this, who brings in a lot of money, whether or not he's still at the level where he was before. He brings in a ton of fans, so you feel like the Lakers are less valuable than they were a year ago, but I don't know. I mean,
Apparently not.
Scarcity.
Well,
There's only one Lakers out there,
right.
and if you want to buy them, you're going to have to pay for them.
Lakers worth $12 billion today, and Sportico actually put out their top valuations of the NFL teams today. There's no surprise here. Number one, again,
every year,
Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. They are valued at $15.5 billion. Any guesses on, let's go top three.
Oh, God.
Top three NFL teams.
franchises. All right. Cowboys.
I gave you the first one.
I will go with
the Chiefs.
LA Rams.
I was going to say that one, too.
Then he wins.
Nice.
Rams
Good for
number
you.
2 at $12.7 billion.
The
followed
Seahawks.
by the Giants at $12 billion.
You got to be a New York team. I was trying to decide, is the Jets or the Giants the
Oddly
more
enough,
valuable team?
the Seahawks, the Super Bowl champions, they're like 12th as far as valuation. It's Seattle.
A smaller market
So
still kind of
it's
matters.
Dallas, Rams, the
Bears
New York
are
Giants.
probably pretty high up there still.
Then we go with the Patriots 4th,
Oh, yeah.
the Jets 5th, Eagles,
The
Dolphins, 49ers, Raiders, Falcons, Commanders, Seahawks.
No
That's your
Bears in
top
the
12.
top 12, really.
No.
Do you guys see the eyewash story about their head coach that's been sleeping in the office all in the offseason? That bit?
Which coach?
Their coach. What's his name? Ben Johnson. What is it?
The Bears coach.
Bears coach.
Bears
Yeah.
coach.
What's
Ben
his name?
Johnson.
Ben
yeah.
Johnson. Yeah. All offseason. Sleeping there.
Well, I mean, we go back to the John Gruden days. Like, no one gets up earlier than John
So
Gruden
stupid,
to
dude.
prepare for practice. 2:47 a.m. alarm every day or whatever it was.
This guy just moved into the facilities. He's that committed. It's such eyewash, man. Have a life outside of football. Have a life. It's going to make you a better coach if you have a life, if you're not wound so tight, right?
Did you see, just not totally off topic, but the coaches now are going to be allowed to delegate challenging to someone else. The red flag.
Oh, couldn't they always?
The head
it was
coach
in
had
their
to be
pocket,
the one
yep.
that was in their pocket, but they can now put it in someone else's pocket. You have to, as long as you tell the officials before the game,
screw that.
He's my challenge guy. They can not have to have the responsibility of doing that, which I don't know. I mean,
I don't like that.
If you're the head coach,
I want
you kind of the buck has to stop
I
with you,
think
but
so,
you
yeah.
also are thinking of a lot of things. Would it be smart?
Idiot.
Would it be smarter to have one guy whose only job is like, how much leverage is it on this play? Is it worth it? Like coordinating with your guys upstairs on the headphones, like, no, we got a really good angle of that, and not have to be also the guy who does all that with whatever else the head coach is doing. I don't know.
They
I
have
can
it
see
in
the
baseball,
argument either
right?
way.
They got the guy in the booth, but he's got the better view, and he's got the.
But it's still Stammen.
It's
That's
still Stammen
got his
that-
hand or
Yeah,
the let's go.
It's always funny when they say, "Oh yeah, manager, he's really good at challenges." No managers are
No.
good or bad at
No.
challenges. They've got someone that they're on the phone and just waiting for.
It
a
would be
yes or a
funny
no.
though if Craig Stammen just said, you know what, from now on it's Randy Knorr's call. So Randy Knorr has the hand
Yes,
up, or
Randy
he'll
Knorr
do
has
that.
the
Yeah,
hand.
keep it going. That way, any challenge we get wrong, Stammen can be like, hey, what are we doing, Randy?
They hire just some nerd down there, like to throw the flag.
It's funny how the two signs have developed, because I don't think that's official like in baseball rules. If you want to challenge, you have to put your hands over your ears like earmuffs. And if you don't want to challenge, you have to spin your finger like go ahead and keep playing. But that's what everyone does now. It's like the accepted how we do it. The earmuffs is challenged now. Earmuffs.
Interesting.
All right, we'll move on. Kind of sports. It's like extreme sports. Now, I don't know. I think they had these when you guys were kids. Did you guys ever go to a camp, summer camp, where there was a lake and have a blob? Do you know what the blob is?
Nope.
No and no and no. No
All
summer
right.
camp, no lake, no blob.
Maybe
Summer
it's,
camp, lake, no blob.
okay, maybe it's relatively new then. The blob is, it looks like a giant multicolored,
Blob.
it's filled with air. It looks like a blob. It's
Like
like
an
a caterpillar
inner tubey
almost,
or
like
something on the
staying
water?
on the inner
Like,
tube, on the
okay,
water.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you will have, let's say you have a diving board or some sort of a ledge, and you can you jump onto the blob from the dock, and you got to kind of scoot along on your butt to the far end away from the dock on the side of the blob.
Okay.
Maybe your toes,
Oh.
your feet are kind of hanging in the
Okay.
water, and you're on the edge. And then somebody behind you
Jumps.
they
and-
jump onto the like
And all the air
cannonball.
transfers to
And
your
it
side. and
launches you like
off.
10
All right,
feet
I
up
can
in the air.
I can
It's
picture that.
Badass.
It's a blast.
I can
It
picture
was-
that.
I mean, dude, I went to a camp when I was in middle school, I think. Like we all day, 8 straight hours on the
blobbing.
It was so much fun. We have a new world record for blobs. And I guess if you haven't seen it before, this is your only exposure to it.
All
Maybe
right,
you won't know. But
I'm excited.
If you've ever done a blob, you probably, I mean, you would try to think of to get the heaviest kid at the camp.
Yeah, well, I feel like, that'd be a
one of the
decent
smallest
launcher.
kids.
Yeah.
They'll just launch you. Like the lighter, the bigger the discrepancy in the weight, the higher you will go. So in Switzerland, a extreme athlete, Robin Steiner, set the Guinness World Record for water blobbing just a few days ago. It's in meters, so I believe it was 92.5 feet in the air, which is the equivalent of a 9-story building.
They went that high?
The previous record was about 20 feet lower than that. I've got the video here from the dock. I'm going to show it.
Oh, okay, so they got a high dive.
High
so you're
dive,
getting more momentum.
I don't know how big the person was that was blobbing. I'm guessing he was a fairly big fellow, but to see the launch here.
Oh, he's huge, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh.
And he perfect dive. He absolutely stuck the dive.
Oh, my God. That looks amazing. That's too high, though. That's one of my recurring nightmares is being on a dirt bike, hitting a jump, and you're way too high. You're way too high. And you're like, I'm
There's
dead,
nothing I can
and
do.
I don't know what to do. That would be a recurring nightmare. Hey, let's blob. And then, Ben jumps off the top with Paulie holding hands, and there I go. You guys are doing a bit.
Bro, it'd be like,
and you shoot me 100 feet in the air, and I can't come down.
That would be like if me and Ben and you, for that matter, all jumped and launched Bo or Taylor into the air, which they'd probably love.
They wouldn't, dude. That's too high.
Holy
double
cow.
blob. That is terrifying.
I mean,
man.
I remember they would have at the
I
camp
think
that we
going
were at.
up would be kind of fun. Because
Not that high.
Not that high, dude.
Well, I mean, on the way up, I would enjoy that part. I would, of course, be so terrified about the way down that I don't want to do the going up, but going up looks kind of fun.
Man, 92 feet in the air is so high. And then you got to land in that water, and you got to make sure your body's coordinated.
Oh yeah, he's like I don't know if he was a gymnast or what. He's very well versed in all of this. He was able to like spin his body and like kind of nail the dive like perfectly. But yeah, that blob
that's incredible.
I mean, again,
oh my God.
The standard people, they go a fraction. You go like 6 feet off the air.
He got straight down, feet
got
first.
feet
like,
first,
nailed
yeah.
it.
It's
That's
amazing,
incredible.
though, how quickly the air
He's like a rag doll.
transfers and
dude.
shoots the person up, though. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't think it would be that efficient of a kinetic transfer
All right,
between.
if there's any blob in like Mission Bay or something that we can use, Ben would like to be blobbed.
Problem is, I'm so heavy, I might not even go up. You just like person lands on the end of the blob and just falls off there
What
on
if
the other
they
side.
blob themselves? There's some water slides down in TJ that are on my bucket list. Have you seen these?
I have not.
The TJ water slides.
I think I
where
have. I think yes.
You go.
Oh my God! And then they
they're
have the
super
ramp.
wide, and you sail into a big pool of water.
That one
and
looks
they look
fun.
so much fun.
I do think sometimes things are overstated that other countries, Mexico included, are more dangerous than ours, but does feel like there is less regulation on some of those
Maybe
things.
some of the water
in
slides, but this
other
looks
places.
like it looks so
I know.
good.
I've seen the video.
You've
I know
seen it.
exactly what you're talking. It's like a huge. It's almost like a wave pool, like a giant.
And I think
giant
you go.
pool.
I think you go face first, and so when you come out, you dive. You kind of a little bit
think
more
you do whatever you
control.
want,
You do
yeah.
whatever you want. It looks so much fun. It looks like so much fun.
All right. Finally, we will wrap it up. I know everybody is still very much waiting for Friday, new release Friday. We talked about it last week with Pat McAfee,
Pat McAfee.
entering the country rock
We don't know yet.
music arena.
We don't know yet.
I
That
thought that's what he
single,
said.
no,
That's
that
what the single was.
That single was from. It was just a one-off. So I don't know if he's changing it up. Maybe he goes full Chet Hanks on us and does reggae.
Yeah,
I have no idea what to expect from Pat McAfee's album that drops this Friday. Yeah.
Very nice to done, Pat.
Now I got another non-musician entering the world of music.
Like this.
The name is going to probably evoke a similar reaction to Pat McAfee, but I actually think there might be something here. I'm talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is on every time you flip on the TV. It seems like it's The Rock is doing something new. He wants to get into music. Now he's got a Polynesian background.
Okay.
He's talked about how that's a huge part of their culture growing up in Hawaii.
Okay.
Everybody was singing. And so he has a new song out. It's called Your Dad.
Okay.
And it was written, it's going to be on the new Moana album to accompany a new movie.
Sense. Okay.
And it's not bad, dude.
All right, let's hear
it. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson singing Your Dad on the new Moana soundtrack.
You go move those mountains.
It's really nice.
Sail across the ocean.
I just got back from Hawaii, so I'm still very much in the mood. I didn't really get to enjoy it when I was there, so let me enjoy it now.
Nothing you can't do. I'll pray while you're sleeping and watch you while you're dreaming.
Takes me right back to the.
It still sounds like The Rock.
It does.
Hope you understand just how proud I am.
Oh, that's beautiful.
To be your dad.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's
Not bad.
That's beautiful.
Not bad.
Get me choked up in here.
No, I would. But I knew you would go. You'd roll your eyes as soon as I said The
That's
Rock.
good. The best actor or non-musician of all time to go into music, Eddie Murphy, right? Party All the Time. It was massive hit.
Yeah.
Still,
I would think that overall worldwide success, David Hasselhoff has had
yeah, but
more.
it's terrible though.
Well, I mean,
It
it's your
sounds good.
opinion. You're not German.
I'm not
though.
German. Eddie Murphy. That song was a banger. Rick James produced it. Like it was perfect. And it did it sound like Eddie Murphy when he sang it?
80s Eddie Murphy, maybe.
Yeah, and there's
Little
also
bit.
the like, who do you define as an actor?
Eddie Murphy.
Like Hannah Montana.
Yeah, that's
was
fair.
an actress and then became, but she also had a very musical background with her dad.
Listen. Rick James. Dude, that's Slave. I'm sorry.
So
That
good.
is so good.
To party all the time. I did like that song.
My kids like to sing potty all the time.
Potty all the
time. That's great. Thank you, Paulie.
You are
excellent.
welcome.
So I got different people in the chat saying, don't go to the one, the
Blob.
no, don't go to the TJ water slides. The
Oh.
water's not great. And then another guy was like, no, it's the best. The water park's pretty cool. All right. I have to do it.
I'm down.
Are you a nose pincher, by the way?
Like when you go in the water?
Yeah.
No.
So they were this, I think it was Sarah Spain. There was a picture, I'm not kidding, of Tom Brady. And you can probably find it, Paulie, on Twitter.
Pinch the nose?
He was going under the water and he pitched his nose and went under. And she's like, he just slid that. He's like, he went from number 1 to number 7 of my all-time great quarterbacks because he's a nose pincher. And I thought, yeah, did you see it? Put it up in the chat, dude. He did it.
What does that do? I've
keeps the water out of your nose.
Swimming all my life. The water doesn't just go in your nose.
It does if you
though.
go under, if you don't know how to control it. Like little kids do it because they don't know how to breathe
Don't
out.
breathe in your nose. You don't have to pinch it. Just don't breathe it in.
Bro, I was dead. And I did think to myself, I would never have. I would think you were a nose
What a
pincher.
nerd.
No,
Yeah, he's going under. Look,
definitely not.
He's jumping off his boat.
He's a nose
and
pincher.
holding it in.
He's just walking right off. Yeah.
Yeah, a nose pincher.
Huh.
You're not a nose
Did
pincher.
he put
I don't
his other
believe you.
arm up in the air?
I don't believe you,
Whoa.
dude. I don't believe you. I feel like you're a nose
No,
pincher. I feel like
never.
if you had to
Never
if-
once.
I feel like if we did the blob, you would come down with hand holding your nose. No,
I do have like if the pool is like 6 feet deep and
Yeah.
you have to go to the bottom to get the rings. When I get to like 4 or 5 feet, my ears start
Oh, mine
really
too.
hurting
Mine-
badly.
mine
so
too.
I can't really go very deep on those.
Oh,
I don't know how to.
loved it.
I don't know how the divers do that. Like how you regulate your pressure.
Me neither.
I do not know how to do that. But
Yeah.
I don't pinch the nose.
It's true. MM McKee says GOAT status in jeopardy. I couldn't agree more. I'm sorry. I mean, he's really got it all, but that kind of was embarrassing for him.
All right, let's take a quick time out when we come back. MLB Reacharound had a full slate of games yesterday, including your San Diego Padres getting a little help yesterday in the wild card race. That is coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
All right, day game today. So here's what you do. If you're heading down to the ballpark after it's over, take the short 7-minute drive down to 7 Mile Casino. There, you can enjoy dinner at Sammy's at 7 Mile and sit down at San Diego's best card room Play a little California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, poker, baccarat, or pie gout, or no game tomorrow. You get the whole day, any time of the day, 24/7 Woods. You can enjoy 7 Mile Casino.
I can do you one better. You can go there right now and grab some breakfast if you want. Their breakfast is really good. And like Ben said, sit down, play some California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, pie gout, or baccarat. A smoke-free environment, easy to park, easy to get to, easy to find, and a really cool place once you get inside. Check it out for yourself today. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Guys, I know that the Angels are mired in last place with a 46-74 record, but I'm fully expecting them to go on a major run right now after they fired much of their coaching staff yesterday. Bret Boone brought it up. We didn't really talk about it. A lot of people are mad at the Angels for firing, including pitching coach Mike Maddox, who Boone mentioned he had worked with in Texas last season on the staff with Bruce Bochy, one of the most respected pitching coaches in baseball.
Of all time, maybe, right?
And the thought that these coaches are being used as a scapegoat by interim general manager John Mozeliak is not sitting well with a lot of people around Major League Baseball. He said, we don't think we're incorporating your technology and analytics well enough. I mean, does it really
Kyle
matter
Bodie
at this
said,
point?
You guys don't even really have any good technology, so that's probably a good idea right now.
This is total guesswork on my part, but I've talked to enough veteran coaches over the years, and the Angels, they gave Kurt Suzuki a 1-year contract, right, to be their manager at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
So everybody is operating under
that,
knowing that hey, they're probably going to wipe everybody out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Veteran coaches who know what they're doing, like Mike Maddox, generally aren't afraid to speak up behind the scenes when they think things aren't
as
going
they should, right?
well. And they probably are willing to step on some toes of upper management in doing so. My guess there is probably some personality conflict that went with this, and they just decided, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Just go. Just go. You're fired.
Yeah, Kyle Bodie said that yesterday on Twitter, but this is fairly damning, I would say, from Reed Detmers, who is, I think, miles away their best pitcher. They traded Jose Soriano. Detmers says, if we have it, we might as well use it, right? And then it says he evaluates his biomechanics in every bullpen session and consults with his personal coaches during the season. I'm not saying we didn't use it all the time, but there's definitely times where we could have used it. In my eyes, it's only going to make you better. So it sounds like there's a little bit of a philosophical, and I think, that's coaching in 2026 is vastly different than coaching was in 1975, where the pitching coach would walk in. How you doing? How many beers did you have? How much sleep did you get? Good. All right, go get them. Right now it's, well, my personal coach says, and my biomechanics say that my fastball is not. It's different. It's different. And I think there's probably pitchers on, that Ruben deals with. We can ask him this in spring training. Like, there's probably guys, Ben, he doesn't have to talk to at all. Probably doesn't have to speak with. If he notices something, he'll say it. Then there's probably guys that are like, hey, did you see my slider in the 7th was a little, did you see that? And Ruben's like, I got it. Relax. It's just different entirely. So maybe Mike Maddox, maybe the time has passed Mike Maddox by.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. He's more of an old school guy.
Right.
That is not incorporating some of the newer stuff. But at the same time, you knew that when you hired him this year, that you weren't
you weren't hiring a 27-year-old
cutting
edge guy,
state-of-the-art pitching coach. You're hiring Mike Maddox. So that you got Mike Maddox, and he has been very successful in other places. I guarantee you he hasn't forgotten how to be a pitching coach. Got a lousy team. Just another symptom of what plagues the Los Angeles Angels.
And I don't want
to
be reductive about what coaches used to do 40 years ago. I don't, but it was different in that you didn't have all of the biomechanics, and you didn't have the labs, and you didn't have the drive lines of the world, and you didn't have all of this technology at your disposal. Something tells me if they did have it in 1975, they would have used it.
Yeah.
They would have used it.
They had iPads where they could just feed programs and everything right into it for you.
I watched something. They were talking the other day about, it was like, I think the Yankees are playing the Mariners and Brian Wu was pitching. And I will stop down anytime Brian Wu pitches. I love to watch that guy pitch. He's having a very mediocre year. And I brought Bo in. I go, hey, look, that's the guy. Watch him. And they were talking about how they had to dive deep into, because he was tipping earlier in the season. He was getting shelled, and he's got too good of stuff to get shelled the way he was. And they said, look how he holds his glove. He doesn't want to hold his glove that way. That's the last place in the world he wants to hold his glove. But with a runner on second, he's got to do it this way. And it took them spending time in the lab to look. It's crazy. I mean, the things that they see and the moves that they make. They talked on the Padres broadcast, Scan did, about Nick Pivetta when he came over here. he was scuffling a little bit with his control, and Ruben goes, "Why don't you stand in the middle of the rubber?" And he's like, "Oh, okay." So he does, and he has the Nick Pivetta season last year. These are
What
it's
about
the
Paul
guy
Skenes?
it's the guy that can do both, because I know Ruben is really heavily invested in the biomechanical lab, so he's down there working with guys all the time.
What about Paul Skenes? He's not getting shelled, but he's certainly not having a very good season. And
Crazy. I love Paul Skenes. I do.
Verducci wrote this morning, like right between his starts, like June 3rd and June 9th, he made a very subtle change in his windup, and since then he hasn't been any good. Now, is that what's causing it or not? You never know for sure.
There's such a drop.
tiny differences can make in a windup or a setup for a pitcher. It's like a golf swing. Like one tiny thing gets off, and then everything else kind of gets off in the sequence after that, and you're not the same.
There's such a panic, I think, if you're a Pirates fan. And Paul Skenes, honestly, you can look at it, and if he had pitched up to his capabilities, they're in it. Right now,
they're
right there in it. You can
Padres and Philly.
That was the guy they were counting on.
You can kind of point to him as it's a team sport, but if you just did what you've been doing, we're in much better shape. It's the velo. The velo is down 2 miles an hour. That's when you look at it and you go, "Oh no! Like, are you gassed? Does he have dead arm? Is he hurt and pitching through it?" They're crushing him in the Pittsburgh media, talking about how he's put weight on, and I watched Tarek Skubal pitch the other night. That he's big. He looks like us with a jersey on. Like, some guys pitch better that way. Maybe Paul does it. Maybe he's got to drop some pounds to get back to that whippy way that he was throwing. But guys, it's just, I can't even imagine or fathom what it would be like to have a whole arm barn under my control every day. Like, if you're Ruben Niebla, the pressure that comes with that, the different philosophies that all have to be bought into, it truly will make you insane.
Quick confab with our executive producer, Paulie. Do you want me to break now and do the reach around after? Here. Okay, let's take our final timeout, and we will get to the reach around. All the scores in our final segment of Ben and Woods. Coming up next, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios, We Know How, on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, gang, let me tell you about Super Sure, the super agency built for you. If you are a business owner, if you are a CFO or an HR manager, it can be a little bit dicey sometimes to just buy a policy online, because oftentimes when you buy that policy, you get your policy, and then the rep says, "Hey, great, thanks. We'll see you next year when it's time to renew." And the gaps in your business and the risk involved in your business, those stay. Those don't go away like your rep does sometimes. So again, if you guys got more than 25 employees, and if you're the CFO, HR manager, or owner of said business, check out Super Sure, the super agency built for you, licensed in every single state for your business insurance and employee benefits. They've got year-round support for you and your team as well. Supersure.com, you can access their tools like the fine print facts, translate your current policy into plain English so you can see what's covered and what's not, plus the business value calculator. You can estimate what your business is worth. You know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. Supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency. He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got me a little spun out with our new music.
Yeah,
Paulie,
freaking me out a little
Are we
bit.
back? Is this us?
I like it.
As you said, yep, one of our new bumper songs, additions to the mix. Good to shake it up.
Them Shoes by who?
Patrick Sweeney? Sweeney? I don't know. It just sounds good to me.
Mark's brother.
God.
Better Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people
get out of here.
regain control of their future in charge of the
You
crime.
first.
You see what I said? What I said in the Barrett interview? Much longer.
Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. All right, who's up for an MLB reach around? Anyone? Bueller?
Sure.
Anyone?
Bueller, like Walker Bueller?
Reach around. Reach around.
Everybody's doing the
Reach around. Exactly like Walker Bueller. In case you missed it, Walker Bueller, 6 innings. Padres defeat the Brewers 11-2, and with that win, the Padres move into a tie for the second wild card spot in the National League, a 3-way tie, because both the Diamondbacks and Phillies lost. Rockies beat the D-backs 3-2. The D-backs had gotten 2 runs in the first inning on home runs by Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte, but the Rockies rallied late. Kyle Karros hit a 2-run shot, and Mickey Moniak had a go-ahead sacrifice fly in a 3-2 win.
So Padres were rolling at this point, and I flipped over to watch the 9th inning of the Rockies game. And you're reminded quickly why the Rockies are the Rockies sometimes. Jordan Romano is their closer, and I don't know how the first guy got on first base, but he did. I mean, it's the tying run. Romano throws over twice. Okay? Throws over twice. He's got to go over. You know, if he goes over again, it's a balk. Guy gets this huge lead. He's like, I'm the tying run. End up striking the guy out or something, or getting the ground out or whatever. Now there's still a runner on first. He goes over twice again with the tying run over on first base. And I'm just sitting here going, dude, what in the world are you doing? My heart was racing. I'm like, get the guy at the plate. Don't let him get into scoring position. You knew what was going to happen. But, yeah, like Jordan Romano, then like
we
Ray
saw
Romano.
A situation, didn't a team recently went over 3 times and scored the run from third, the only one of the game.
First and third, yeah.
So it does happen, not very often. So Rockies beat the D-backs, and the Cardinals beat the Phillies 2-0. St. Louis winning it against the Philly bullpen after a pitcher's duel between Christopher Sanchez and Andre Palante. So 3 teams tied for the final 2 playoff spots in the National League. The Dodgers were 5-4 winners over the Royals in 10 innings. No decision for Blake Snell in his return to the mound, his second start of the year, but he did strike out 10 and allowed just 1 earned run in 6 innings. Max Muncy with the walk-off single in the 10th inning. Giants beat the Astros 4-1. Bryce Eldridge hit his 12th home run of the season for San Francisco. The Rays continued to roll their 8th straight win. They beat the A's 12-4. Taylor Walls hit 2 home runs, and Junior Caminero hit his 35th, the one of 4 players now in the big leagues. Now I've got to remember who they are with 35. I think it's Matt Olson, Kyle Schwarber, Junior Caminero, and one other, and it's now escaping
35?
35 home run club. They've got a 4-way tie.
He was just here.
Jordan. Jordan Alvarez. Yep. Very good. Jacob Wilson did commit an error, ending his
streak.
I mentioned it earlier this week. 112 games. More bad news for the A's. Nick Kurtz could be out the rest of the season now. Not going anywhere. Damn. It doesn't really matter at this point. Angels beat the Rangers 3-2. Missed opportunity for Skip and company. 3-run third inning for the Halos in that one. Reds topped the White Sox 5-4 in 10. Cincinnati rallying back from a 4-0 deficit. Keep that AL Central really tight. Orioles beat the Twins 5-2. Pete Alonso hit his 26th home run of the season, 2-run shot for the O's. The Braves got a nice 6 shutout innings from Martin Perez in a 4-0 win over the Mets. Matt Olson, just mentioned, hit his 35th home run of the season as well. The Blue Jays continued to keep the Red Sox scuffling. I mean, they could not lose, won 31 of 36, and now have lost 4 in a row since then. They lose despite Adley Rutschman coming off the injured list and making his debut post-trade deadline.
How'd he do?
1 for 3 with 2 walks.
Okay.
For the Red Sox, but not enough. As the Blue Jays, by the way, the Tigers, of course, basically waved the white flag at the trade deadline. Blue Jays, pretty much the same thing. Blue Jays are now just 2.5 games out of a playoff spot. Tigers are just half game out of a playoff spot. So we talked a little bit while you were gone yesterday, dropping the kids off. The discussion of whether it's bad for baseball if the Tigers still make the playoffs after trading away Tarek Skubal and Casey Mize, going, it's not the right message to be sending to teams. Like, hey, you can have your cake and eat it too. Go ahead.
It's bad baseball to play baseball in the AL. I think I think that's the general gist of it. The AL is just there's so many teams, which is good.
I still think they should have traded him. I think I said yesterday when you were gone, I said if they were if they were the best team in the American League and they traded him, that would have been a bad look. But they weren't doing.
Well, they didn't just trade him; they traded Casey Mize too. And again, we've seen this before. What are they going to do if they make the postseason? It's going to be real tough sledding without those 2 guys at the front of their rotation. So
no, it's only going to be infuriating for fans. Like, hey, we made the playoffs.
Yeah.
If we had Tarek Skubal, we'd be a threat to win the World Series now, and you just gave him up for an okay package of prospects.
Yeah,
why didn't we just
30-year-old starter and an outfielder that may or may not make
Why didn't we just keep them and try to win the World Series this year? At least get to the World Series, but they may not make it
because
playing pretty well
were
right now.
Below 500 at the deadline, and
I don't think I would. I would have wanted a bigger package back for him.
Oh,
certainly, with some younger talent perhaps. But listen, nobody knows how it's going to shape up right now. And I know I saw him come out and do a little PR and say, oh, no, I'd love to go back to Detroit. Now, if he keeps, they've lost both games that he's pitched, and he's pitched pretty well since he's been there. Maybe they don't look at him and go, yeah, we're going to give you $500 million. And I don't know. I mean, I think Detroit could have alleviated all of this by just signing him long-term a couple of years ago when he was winning Cy Youngs.
The Tigers did win again yesterday, 6-4 over the Guardians, who've been slumping. Padres face Cleveland next later this week on the road. Kevin McGonigal, 3 RBI for the Tigers.
Frenchie says, I think it's good for baseball, though. Show some parity. Is it technically parity when everyone is just average? I guess.
Yes,
that's the definition of parity.
Pretty much the definition of parity.
Just everyone's mediocre.
Yeah.
At least on the same level.
On the same level.
It's no different than when you have like
an 8-8 football team or whatever.
9-8.
9-8.
Like a bunch of 9-8 teams. We've seen that many years.
Many times.
A lot of parity in football.
And
everyone
gets so excited about it.
We love it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Like the AL race for the middle, I guess, and those wild cards is going to be crazy because there's 8-9 teams in it, which is nuts.
Marlins blanked the Pirates 2-0. Yuri Perez outdueling one Paul Skenes in that one. The Cubs beat the Nationals 8-6. Pete Crow Armstrong, another home run, his 27th of the season as he makes his NL MVP push. And the Yankees get a 4-run 7th inning to beat the slumping Seattle Mariners 4-1. 5th loss in a row for the M's. Who are playing themselves quickly out of playoff contention after coming
even in the AL
that close to making the World Series last year, even in the AL.
Where are they?
So Seattle is now 4 games out of a wild card. I I think they're probably closer in the West, where they are now 4.5 games out of the Astros, so about the same. But they got to pass the Texas Rangers as well, who are only a half game out in that division. The National League wildcard race now stands. Obviously, the 3 tied for the second spot. Already mentioned the Marlins 2.5 games back, Cardinals 3.5, and then Nationals 5, Reds 5.5, and the Pirates have fallen 6 games back in the race. So they, like you said, Paul Skenes is Paul Skenes.
Yeah, way different.
4 or 5 more wins, they're right up there with Padres and Diamondbacks. But because he has been very mortal, the Pirates really don't have a lot of hope at this point.
Yeah, that's tough, man. With that staff, and again, they could have done more. You could have done more to bolster your offense too. They're not scoring a ton of runs right now. They were for a while. It doesn't look good in Pittsburgh.
All right, it is May Ray Day at Petco Park.
Yep.
As
surprised you
Ray,
waited this long to do that.
As Robbie Ray takes on Dustin May at 110. Robbie Ray, of course, looking to bounce back. As you said, he doesn't want to be the
weak link.
The weak link in the pitching rotation that has been pretty strong the last trip through, including Casey Mize bouncing back. He wants to do the same. Now, Robbie Ray wasn't nearly as bad as Casey Mize was in his
Didn't
first
he walk
start.
like 6?
But he did walk 5.
Yeah, he walked 5. That can't happen.
Yeah, Robbie Ray,
not to this team.
Robbie Ray does walk guys. That is something that is part of his game. Now, obviously, less walks is better, but you're never going to probably get a ton of clean starts from Robbie Ray. But he also knows how to induce weak contact and get some swing and miss and get out of some trouble. Was not able to do that in his first start, though, when he took the mound last time. So he'll try to bounce back and see if the Padres can complete the sweep, win their 5th game in a row. And if they do, would be no worse than tied for a playoff spot going into the road trip that they're going to Cleveland and New York to face the Mets for the next 6 games.
Series start. Is there a day off tomorrow?
There's a day off tomorrow. Off tomorrow. We do have the Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We also will have Eno Saris joining us for some smart baseball on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. So we'll have that to look forward to on Thursday.
Good.
No Padres baseball tomorrow, though.
Spin it, Paulie.
Who is the best TV dad of all time?
Ben Higgins.
Not really a TV dad. Well, sort of.
He's the dad is on TV.
Yeah. I think
Mike Seaver. Is it Mike Seaver?
Yeah.
He was pretty good.
He's a therapist, right?
Yeah. I always thought
good.
he handled the kids pretty well, and then Boner was at his house all the time too. You know what a pain in the ass Boner can be when he shows up unexpectedly. Thought he handled Boner well, and I thought he handled the kids pretty well. Mike Seaver is my vote. I would say Bill Cosby, but absolutely not.
Nope. Uncle Phil comes to mind.
Uncle
really
Phil
good
was
dad.
legit. He would lose his temper though.
Yeah.
Mike Seaver really didn't.
Who was
Jason Seaver? I'm sorry. Mike was the son.
Jason
Seaver.
Yeah, Mike was the kid.
That's my fault.
Neither of you guys have seen. It's one of my favorite shows, but Friday Night Lights. Coach Taylor, one of the best TV dads of all time.
Who's your vote?
Stephen Keaton, maybe the dad on Family Ties.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
he was too hippy dippy for me.
He was a little hippy dippy, but I mean,
he was good.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, your parents of Michael J. Fox on that show, and he had a interesting family to try to corral.
Not Tony Soprano.
Seemed like he was calm for the most part. He never lost his temper.
Nah, that's true. He was high all the time. That's why I think I always pictured him as being stoned like a hippie.
Not the best TV dad, but one of my favorite TV dads. Frank Costanza, Jerry Stiller.
Oh, fantastic!
Amazing.
One of the greatest
you don't really
of all
think
time.
of him as a TV dad because you think of dads of younger kids,
right?
But
he was
TV dad.
Elite.
Yeah, so good.
Does anyone vote for Danny Tanner?
Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
Family. Full House.
Full House.
He was great too. I like that one. All right, let's go Pods.
Let's go Pods. All right, that's it for us. Braden is live from Petco Park, so you'll join him for kind of an extended pregame show coming up. Next, we will rejoin you at 6 a.m. tomorrow and lead you into our Epic Wings Epic Roundtable tomorrow at 9. For Paulie Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.